Yo.
Well, nothing. You're not. Mike's not far yet.
You moved it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a private link right now. So it's not public. But I kind of like this too. So anybody that's legit watching, actually, there's a chat.
Oh, so you thought with
X25 says the style was garbage. No, I think you're wrong.
well, thanks, anal sex.
Yeah, appreciate it. So when did you find out she's been knocked up?
Uh, 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, between that, back and forth with the city and state for liquor permit is.
How's that
You
going?
know, right now we're just waiting for the city to give us an approval that we. It's just really fucking stupid. It really is.
I mean, what approval are you waiting on? Just,
It's a brand new. They treat it as a whole new inspection, like a whole new thing.
it's like start from the beginning.
Last year, like when we opened, it took us 4 months to get it, but it was like that. They tied it to our building permit and everything, so that took like 3 months just to go through the inspection process with the city. But we had the inspection this week, and I just checked online, so that's through. Now it's just up to the ABO to do like the background check. All I gotta do is see, as long as you don't have a felony or like a misdemeanor.
Felony driver's license violation.
No, yeah, you can't have a felony driver's license violation. But you can't have or a misdemeanor of moral turpitude. Like if you got arrested for
Like theft or stealing. Or...
yeah, you can't if you were caught stealing or like domestic abuse or something like
Even
that.
domestic abuse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything that has violent or there's a little bit of ambiguity there, but basically the idea.
I mean, domestic abuse could literally spawn on so many stupid levels. I mean, yeah, physical, actually punching someone, that's obviously.
It's if there's intent to harm, or like with like violent intent. So like if you're purposefully doing something like that, and but the thing is, like, we already have our permits and everything.
So they cleared it, so it's just
They
you gotta
should-
make sure you haven't had any felonies since.
Yeah, it's just a little aggravating. And like it's always a process because like I turned in everything, and then after I turned in everything, they're like, "Oh yeah, you need this," and I'm like, "No, I don't. It doesn't say on mine that I need this." And I've asked y'all in person.
but now
And no, this was their response. This is the greatest thing. They go, "Oh well, which website did you get that from?" It's like NOAA.gov, the link for the alcohol permit. He goes, well, that's not our website. That's why. So it's just the city hall's website. I was like, well, what's y'all's website? Oh, we don't have a website.
Well, how the fuck am I supposed to pull the information from the website?
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, it was. They're such a pain in the ass. The ATC, on the other hand, they're like, all right, you already have a permit. Look, you got to pay the fees for the other one. You got to take out another ad for paper and do all that. But it's not like the full procedure again. And they're just like,
So yeah, they're just basically your tax on.
yeah. And they're like, they already do the background check and everything, so you're good. Theirs is just like once the city permit clears, just come back. Like we have the poster up now.
Yeah, saw that.
Yeah. So November 2nd, that has to stay at 15 days before they can go inspect. So next Friday they can go inspect, and that's it for the state. And like once they inspect, it's like a couple of days. They literally just gotta go in there and say, yeah, nothing's wrong.
Nothing wrong. Control.
Yeah, we already gave them a permit before, so as long as they're not doing anything, didn't move anything, we're good.
You know damn well on Saturday you're gonna have like 3 beers. You're gonna miss like the second half of the game on Saturday. Well, I'll say this: you won't miss it. You won't remember it.
Oh, and the third?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, man, it sucks too because we have so many good beers right now, and I can't.
Falconware is the fucking bomb.
Yeah.
And I know you haven't tried it.
I smelled it though.
No, but it is fucking dynamite.
I believe it. Because the thing is, the last few times we brewed Falcon, like I can smell that caramelization that lends towards diacetyl to me, and it's been off-putting the last few batches. This one smells so goddamn clean.
It was fucking perfect.
Yeah, I'm pumped up for it.
I was like, Charles, you guys have turned it around so much, but this, and again, I've said this before, this is now the best beer you guys have ever produced. And that's good that you guys are continuously going down the road of the best beer you guys have.
And we got
Falcon's fucking stellar.
the girl from Nima is. I got high hopes for this Nipa. That's gonna be. It should be on par with like the Courtyard IPAs, and then we've changed a good bit with that. The biggest thing we're doing this go around is we gotta. We can't let the beer ferment out. We gotta kill it and have that residual sweetness, so it doesn't do that. And we've changed it to where we have to have all the kegs ready to package immediately when it's ready, so it's not sitting in the tank. But
I sit on that extra little bit of yeast and the extra hops.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's sitting on the hops a little too long and it's becoming petrol. Just a little bit of hot addicts in there.
I can agree with that.
The beer we're releasing next on the 9th for the cicada party is going to be killer. It's just a nice dry hop pale ale, brewed like a Nipa with rice, steamed cane syrup, and aged on toasted cypress.
He was telling me that. Cypress will be interesting.
Cypress smells good too. It's gonna lend it like a yellow cake and light vanilla.
I was asking you about selling stickers and giving away homebrew. That's pretty cool.
I'm actually just probably tomorrow I'm gonna put in for the ATC permits for November, the Christmas party. Since they're not open to the public, it's not as bad. I'm just gonna file them as like a homebrew meeting.
Oh yeah, that's basically what they are.
Yeah. I need to start finding some nonprofits that would be willing to pull permits for us because we can start doing like big
Oh,
stuff.
pints for prostates, 100%. I know those guys very well. Very easy charity to run.
Well, it's got to be a 501c3 that's gonna
In
pull the
Louisiana.
permit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they operate in Louisiana.
Sweet.
They've already partnered with Bayou Tech.
Aaron, are you home?
No, we're recording somewhere else. Yeah, so they already operate in Louisiana under a 501c3. They do that rare beer festival in Denver every year.
Yeah.
I know those guys when we did the pro draft in Charlotte, they were our beneficiaries.
Yeah.
And they operate on like 99% goes all to the cause like budget. Like I like that kind of shit. Like the whole Susan D. Coleman crap, where like only 5% of the proceeds actually goes to the cause.
That was really weird. Like that's a pretty corrupt organization.
Yeah.
Like if you get millions of dollars and you're only like
They're sponsored by the fucking NFL.
Yeah, and you're only devoting like thousands. Pretty bad.
And then only 5% ends up actually going to your charity. Hey Aaron.
What's up, man?
Let's see how it goes today.
Fiddle. How to win people over.
Well, we're live, but it's private link.
Right.
Well, there's gonna be a baby Boston.
Baby bomb busted.
Baby boom Boston.
You gotta call him. If it's a boy, you gotta call him.
That's what I told Rebecca I wanted to name him.
At least the nickname is
Mr. Boom Boston.
Boomer. Hey, Boomer.
Boom, I think they try Boomer too.
Nickname is definitely Boom.
When did you find out?
Like 2 months ago. That's why I've been back and forth.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Special headphones and everything.
Every time.
Sanitary guy.
This guy got fits.
I like the clean table, no wires. This is good.
Yeah. No risk of
Uh,
shit, I spilled something here.
About that.
How do you know?
All the mics are off. You know. I did spill a full beer on the board earlier today. I mean, like a full beer. And I basically took the whole board, half the board apart, pulled all the knobs off, pulled the whole backing off, cleaned it all up. Just happy it's working. Well, I've had that thing.
Testing.
I've had that problem.
Test.
It's a little low. It's
Test.
on, but it's like low, and I don't know why. It's like
Testing. This is gonna be fun.
my left ear wasn't working as well either before.
I think that beer spill is gonna.
Staticky.
Yeah, I think that's the beer spill. Ooh.
The other mics? Yo, that should be me.
Hello. Shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing. There we go.
We may be doing this a whole different way now.
No, I'll just have to legitimately pull everything apart.
No left.
That should be Robert.
No
Number
left
2 is
ear.
Robert. That's Robert.
No left ear.
Yeah, you know what it is? The contacts have like a little bit of like.
There's something in there. So
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
I can hear you
Yes, you
in my
can.
right ear, but not my left ear.
No left for you.
Feels like water's in my left ear. I think it's the headphone jack.
Probably is. I think that's what it was last time.
Yeah. There. Ooh. There. No. There. There we go. There. No. Yeah.
Sorry, I saved you the entire time.
There we go. Don't touch it. Oh, you bumped it. It's not mine. Yeah. No. It keeps going. Oh, it's so close.
Yeah, I only got it in one ear.
Wait,
I have a feeling it's the actual input cable.
now they're not work. Wow, this is getting weird.
It's psychedelic. Well, it's-
Nope.
Yeah, I think it's the cable. How about now?
Yes, I can
Oh,
hear.
that's right. We had to coax it last time. It wasn't all the way in.
I can hear it
Your gains were also way down.
in my
that's why.
right ear.
It's still low just on the right ear. It's all the way in.
No, but I think we had to pull it out a little bit. Which Robert didn't do.
Or I can just come straight off the board. Or
How about now?
it's just in the left.
No.
Push it all the way in.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I hear it in the left, but it's still just low.
Still
Testing.
only. Whoa. Yep.
It's
Yep.
almost, it's
Yep.
almost like
Yep.
Right.
Just the right ear.
Just the right. Still to the right.
Yep. Just the right ear.
It's almost like the balance is off, and I can't figure out that there should be a balance.
It's almost like
but I can't
I
find anything
can
related to the
hear
balance.
in my right ear, but not my left.
What about now?
No. Now I can't hear in both
Yeah,
ears.
there's no left channel. There's no left. That should go all
They don't
left.
have it on
No,
mono.
That's volume, dude. That's volume. Phone volume.
Testing, testing,
I think I hear it in the left, but it's low.
testing.
It doesn't have the same gains as the right.
It doesn't have
Well, I can hear it in both. I'm getting left and right in mine, so maybe that.
I mean, I'm getting left and right,
I'm getting right, and right.
Right, baby.
but it's just low.
Right track. Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nothing. Oh, there's just the left.
You want to try a different?
And
You want to try
go a
that?
little bit.
Talk.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit
Can you hear me
further
now?
in. A little bit
Little bit
further.
in,
Oh,
little bit in,
oh,
little bit
yeah.
in.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh,
I mean, that's not a pin. That's a full cable like that.
let's just.
That was close. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Well, what? Nope, that's not it.
Yeah, dude. When you plug your headphones into the input jack,
Yeah, that'll do that, won't it?
yeah, to do that, you're not going to hear much.
Well, I can't read what's up there.
Na 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 na. And
Can you hear us now?
in the right ear. Oh.
Ooh, oh.
There's one of these cables that was legitimate fucked. I think it's this one.
Audio.
It's
Can
still
you-
just the one channel.
Hold on. Testing, testing. Left, right. It's fine when you plug straight in. Is your balance off on the board on that thing?
There is no balance. It's just legitimate. It's just volume.
Testing. Left, right, 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 right.
I might have 2 of those at one point, but I have a feeling what's his face might have kept that.
La 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 la.
Test, test. Testing, testing. Nothing, nothing.
Right here. Right here.
Oh yeah, that's totally just the right ear.
Right here. Right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh. Left ear. Left, right. Left, right.
Test, test.
Right ear.
Totally the right ear.
Totally dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Right
Yeah.
here.
No, I only got the one, so I'll have to make the.
Right here it is.
Yeah, this cable's not good. The physical cable is not good.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear my left ear?
I cannot, but I can hear my right ear.
This is weird.
This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. Though she looks so sad and bold or bad, she's absolutely monotone. Whoa,
Oh,
there we
hey.
go.
Oh, shit.
Hot damn.
So cable.
Let there be just the right ear.
All
There we go. Oh, yeah.
right, give me that.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? Cable's bad. It's this thing.
It was perfect.
I bet this cable's fine. That piece of shit. All right, where's my big bag?
Wow, 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 wow.
Where did I put my little bag at?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Both left and right mofo.
That sounds incredible.
Here. Yo.
Audio.
Yeah, I'm always worried to see how much this draws versus what that actually. How much
Go,
that's
baby,
gonna
go. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you.
Mm.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. See.
What about now? Can you hear me now? What's going on? How are you doing? Good to hear you. Okay. What?
The Daft Punk.
Testing 1, 2, 3. How are you? How are you? One,
I used
two.
to, when I hear this song, I hear, oh, I love you. I hear,
This is one of
we'll rob a Mexican monkey.
This is one of the funkiest songs.
Legitimately, we can actually say that we're taking a break now because with the live stream, we're actually taking a break.
Yeah.
And I definitely think we fucked up by picking Festbier at late October when there's no fucking Festbiers on the shelf.
when I can't drink my
Yeah.
best key lime.
I hope Charles actually brings some Mars up.
I hear heavy thuds of doors.
Charles!
Charlie.
He's here. Yeah, you made it.
Hey, he made it.
Now the party can get started.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it'll take him to notice.
And Charles is in the house. So
Charles.
you missed a lot.
Can you hear me?
You're out of our left ear now.
Testing.
Yeah. Cleaning check.
No.
Yeah, it's like the guy gets paid.
Sometimes.
When the check clears?
Yeah, don't cash that until next month.
Jury's still out.
Hello.
Hello.
We live streaming, but no one's watching yet.
Okay, good.
Just go ahead and
Oh man,
sweat.
we did this.
Sweat. How's it?
Good. I mean, dry house will take a couple days before it's you can taste it.
Yeah.
Imperial yeast is sending us some
What?
like homebrew samples.
Yeah, so I got an email.
Definitely picking up. I don't, is you picking up the
Yeah,
AC?
that's some crazy names.
No, just on
Yeah,
the
is it
actual
like,
recording.
Those are the ones I picked.
Something.
Sour Batch Kids.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids. Something.
Testing.
Wild bread or something like
Yeah,
that.
suburban bread.
Suburban bread. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I got
I mean, you're not doing
those
anything.
two, and then I got their bike strain.
Are you actually recording?
Citrus
No,
pouch.
oh, no, you paused. Yeah.
Citrus
I just
is
wanted
like
to see
a
if you're actually
wild
picking up.
yeast that super citrus.
Where does the mouse go?
It's
And
up
then
there.
I got
I
their
know.
doing it like the strain.
I'm pumped.
So
Can we try to prop them up and
maybe, yeah. I haven't really
Yeah, it's getting
planned yet. I just he's like you
Some,
want
but
these? I was like,
It should be all right.
yeah, it's about the same we always have.
I was like,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me see if this link actually works. Oh, the link
I
does
think
work.
the Sour
Yay!
Patch Kids, we could probably just put to one of the barrels.
Yeah.
And the bread, I don't know, maybe do the secondary of the Wookiee. It's a Wookiee.
So we're
Got
gonna be
a
creative
flat
on
keg of Wookiee.
bringing in audio.
Wookiee. Terrified, dude.
They look like their eyes gonna explode.
Look, it
Like,
like
yeah, dude, I see when he brings them over, like, that fucker's not going to explode.
it sizzled in the car. It fizzled, I guess is the proper term, not sizzled. Holy dick fuck.
Holy wiener.
Huh?
Is that Marza?
Yeah.
Barely knew her.
Lucky Town, nice.
I've heard good things about Lucky Town.
That's the first beer I ever had from them.
Did they get lucky there? Is it kind of like Pound Town?
AKA John's mom's house.
Go ahead and wipe up all your sweat, sweat, sweat.
I told my phone to navigate here, and I said Don's house.
Alcoholic taste of O'Doul's.
I have never had a non-alcoholic beer before.
And we should do a whole episode on that.
Oh, behold,
We just
non-alcoholics.
get hammered.
If you drink like 50 of them, you'll probably
Yeah.
feel something.
We'll do those. We'll do.
Never be able to get drunk. We have to be so fun.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to do non-alcoholic beer and bourbon day. So we
Yeah.
just have like bourbon on the side, and then we're drinking.
And then it's for the non-alcoholic
beer.
chasers.
Yeah.
Before we jump into the Mars run, we got a bottle we can crack.
Sure.
So crack a bottle, let your body wobble.
That sounds cool. Here, stick that right there. It'll be fine. Work it harder.
Oh,
Senor.
Autologic?
Senor Bob.
We may not be getting.
Agave Imperial Tequila Barrel.
Oh, that sounds terrible. I don't want any.
What are you getting?
Huh?
What's going on?
Oh, everything's all sticky.
Why? You spilled?
I dropped a full fucking pint of beer on the board.
Oh, okay.
There we
Hey,
go.
Hey, how you doing?
there's that sexy voice. Who was that talking about? The world may never know.
Slow motion.
Pumpkin ales on draft at Avenue. Oh, that's awesome. Everybody likes pumpkin beer.
No. Pumpkin beer is bad.
Pumpkin beer is bad.
So a nice little toast to Mr. The future Mr. Bombastic. Oh, there it is. Okay, good times.
More than ever, hour after hour, working never.
I was generally wondering how much.
Uh-oh. Don shared it on Facebook.
Oh, God.
All 0 of his friends are going to watch. Oh, there's one person.
That was your mouth.
Ah,
Oh, man,
They're in for such a treat.
that smells so good.
I smell the tequila from here.
God damn.
There's a WAV file that you can actually just use.
Yeah, no, I'm just. It is not happy at all.
Those
Yeah,
fuckers
I
at NOLA
This thing legitimately.
stealing our hops.
That's amazing how much it consumes.
It just sucks it down. And so I was just actually
Walking to
legitimately
him a
curious
cow.
that it was going to fuck
Grand
up.
Galaxy.
That's what I'm wondering too. I wonder if it's going to cause stutters.
Or, that's how you know they're rich.
I mean, before we actually
If you brew a galaxy, you have too much
just
money.
run a recording.
Too
No,
That's what I've been doing. Let's see what happens.
it doesn't look like it's going wrong. Oh, so you've been running for
Oh, it's because
Uh-oh. Don shared it on Facebook.
Oh, God.
All 0 of his friends are going to watch. That's me. Oh, there's one person. Oh, I want to create a loop.
so much happening.
This is going so smooth.
Look at us.
We lost our one viewer.
Yay. Oh, no. All right,
apparently we're showing that we're actually Facebook Live too.
we're Facebook Live?
Apparently YouTube is connected to Facebook.
Who knew?
Oh, actually, no. I didn't set that up. That's something. Yeah, that's something I got to set up. Is you can actually get a better encoder, so that when you go through the YouTube, you actually send to like stream like
yeah.
6 different places.
Just Post Malone.
Your mother.
Email.
This will be interesting.
What's that?
If you give this video 2 thumbs up, Don's gonna take his shirt off.
Don't do that.
And then we just lost all of our viewers.
Yeah.
There goes our viewers.
Well, if
Can't
buddy,
sip this yet.
it's going to be
Yeah, I actually text on that.
Got some keyboard warriors over there.
I think that's going to slow things down.
it is.
Yeah.
So if you're going to interact, do it.
Rob is dumb. Haha. Somebody said you're dumb, Robert.
All right.
Who's that Don guy?
Dumb.
You mean Dan? The phone really didn't know. I had to say.
I'm gonna have a segment that I'm gonna record tomorrow. Guy couldn't make it, but Gary Hackenberg from Crescent City is gonna do a quick segment on just Winterfest. So I'll just have
Christy Holmberg.
just have like 10 minutes with him where he just talks about Winterfest and what's going on. I'll drop that audio.
Cool.
Audio. I wish we had somebody on the other side to tell us this was good.
I texted to
I
Dana.
really don't care.
Yeah, I know.
If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
We can always play it back.
Yeah, we have it recorded, and that recording is all
I
that
don't know why.
matters for the podcast.
That's it.
Now she'll know how gross we are.
Good thing she can't actually smell what's in here.
Look what I do, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm glad all the air is going that way.
I stink.
No, I'm just
No. Just
general defensive guard.
There's a decent chance that I do stink.
And we have one viewer again.
I think it's Don
It should be the longest podcast
of one.
of 0 people watching. If somebody comes on, you gotta hurry up and try to get them off.
Well, we're just gonna still do the normal recording.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right, so my shit back up.
Yeah.
Ooh wee.
All right.
You gotta stop that. Got to.
Ooh wee.
I hate when he does that. He does it all the time. It's terrible.
All right.
All right.
Hey, we got a thumbs up.
We did? Sweet. Oh. That means we got our first like.
Did you just
We're
do
now
that?
rated.
Did you just do that?
Oh, it's probably Dana. Dana said, I hear you.
That's creepy.
I kind of really didn't finish the rest of this, but I figured by the time we get to here, should be pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Recipes, getting into technique, styles, mash temps.
Yeah.
That should be pretty straightforward.
Yeast.
I
I really didn't do any research.
mean, it's just on Festbiers, the origination of where Oktoberfest, I guess, came from. But the style, actually, yeah, we'll get into that. It's all pretty straightforward.
I got you.
Fest
Festbier, not Martin.
Not both.
We'll talk about both.
Yeah, because the modern version.
You got 3 people. 3
right.
people. 2 people.
2, 3.
Excuse me.
Everybody burp. The burp channel. Welcome.
Belchy. All right, we want to do this, or you? We would just want to let them listen to us talk for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's already happened. We've been live for 45 minutes.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're good to go. So you ready? You ready to kick this?
We're
it
gonna wing the sticky board.
Fuck it. Let's happen.
What's up? Fresh is our turn, baby. Get up, gator boots with the birch out Gucci's. Them Gucci suits. Ain't got no job, but I stay shy. Can't pay my rent, my money spent.
Are we allowed to talk about these things?
Yes. Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, wow.
Thing.
All right. So,
shit.
kind of an abrupt intro. Sorry.
Well, kind of lost my ability to
Well,
Give a fuck.
that's kind of my fault, and I apologize.
hold a cheer, Charlotte, on this.
Yeah, no, something like that. Yeah. I redid the whole studio, kind of cleaned up the desk, no more wires, no more cables.
Birdie.
Looks nice. Added
Yeah.
a few more monitors, made it definitely like a straight up battle station. And then testing the live stream earlier today, I spilled an entire fucking pint of beer right onto the board.
Don really just wanted a new board.
So I'm sorry if it's a little chaotic. I think we got some of the kinks worked out. I think we're going to have to kind of play with it. Sorry if there's some static. Apologies. I'll spend some time cleaning it up properly.
You did it today?
Yeah.
Oh,
lunch.
Jesus.
It's still fresh.
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing.
Gross.
I've ever
You always hated that board.
I know.
We
So-
only agonized about it for about 6 weeks trying to figure it out.
Now I figured it out.
Yeah.
Now, but the problem is it doesn't work. What are we at? Episode 6.
Who knew?
But it's been damn near a month since we recorded.
Once
Actually, a lot's happened since we last recorded.
Yeah.
after we started getting recognized on the street, my life's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
Rob
worst.
confusing moment.
Yeah.
They now know you as Bobby B.
Mr. Boombastic.
Mr. Boombastic.
Mr.
I get
Boombastic.
that all the time from
Yep.
all of my fans.
All your fan base.
That's you guys.
The two people watching right now.
Yep.
We,
Thanks,
And
Mom.
one of them's probably my wife.
we are live streaming for the first time. It's either going to be a complete disaster and we'll never do it again, or
Disaster.
This is gonna be great when we drink heavily.
yeah.
Oh, it's really
yeah.
not.
We have
Really
visual
not.
documentation of the shit show that the show legitimately
I'm-
becomes.
Pretty sure all of our other halves
Do we
are
have
going to regret this right now.
Yeah. Do we have a dump bucket button? You know, like on TV, like if
Dude.
they say something, it like erases the previous 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's what we need.
We need one of those.
It's kind of like
So-
edits the video out for like
Yeah,
a quick 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold a button down and say something really rude,
Yeah.
and then
And that's why we did that to the Indians.
Wow. Good thing that's 45 minutes.
Well, today we're going to talk about Festbier, and I have to, and Martin Oktoberfest, and I have to say we picked a great topic at the wrong fucking time to do this. It's really hard to find Festbiers on the shelf anymore.
like true Festbier.
Yeah, well, I can't find them. I looked today, and the only thing I can find was Brooklyn Lager's Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
It's over. We
so
missed
it's over.
it.
We missed it. Good topic. We're just 3 weeks too late.
We only had the entire month of September and October. to
Well,
pull this
actually,
off.
no, we didn't. We'll get into that in a minute.
yeah. We're busy.
First, Lamont, thanks for being our sponsor. Brew water testing kits. They got the kit called Brew Labs. Go on their website, fermentationnation.net. You can click on in the corner, takes you straight to the product. Awesome for home spot testing your water, understanding what kind of water chemistry you have. And John Palmer's got the app that will tell you exactly what you need to do to your water chemistry to make a style of beer that you're looking for. So
Shout out J Palm.
that's right. Jay Palm.
Only problem with it, not colorblind friendly. So
Really?
I can't tell the difference for shit.
Oh, wow.
Like
I
it
didn't know
goes go from like brown to orange. I'm like,
Well, I've always remember when we met him. He was like, "Oh, all y'all are really cool, but are
Except
any of
for-
y'all colorblind?"
yeah, he hates
It's like,
color.
"Eh."
Yeah, don't you think all your shirts are the same color? Is that
Yeah, I'm super colorblind.
Interesting.
Just have a
Well,
friend.
that's good feedback.
Yeah, have a friend.
Have some of this cherry sparkling water.
Is it cherry?
Yeah, it's red.
Who would get cherry? It says lime, you liar.
All right. I think this might be a little lengthy, this part, what we've been up to. After we last recorded, I went to the hospital for 5 days.
Yeah.
I had my intestine explode.
I never knew this.
No, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. So
guess
that,
I haven't seen you in a long
that
time.
Friday, after we recorded the last episode,
Uh-huh.
I had
before
like a little
GABF?
tummy ache. I'm like, ooh, I need to poop. I can't. So the next day, still can't. And finally, everything goes away, but my stomach is killing me to the point where I'm like, fuck, I'm going to the emergency room. And I had a ruptured, basically, I ruptured my colon.
So you shit inside yourself?
Basically.
So now he's stuck
Wow.
with a colostomy bag.
Nope. Luckily, no. But
Look, we can be honest with all
5
the
days in
viewers out there.
hospital, 3
No
weeks, no drinking, full antibiotics.
Oh,
It was rough.
that's why. How did I not know this?
Haven't you
This
noticed-
was
haven't you
this
noticed the
was
dip
when
in
you
sales?
guys were supposed to go to you guys were
GABF?
going to GABF.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
supposed to work that Sunday.
Oh,
I couldn't.
I remember you couldn't work.
Yeah, Aaron popped in, helped out,
Yeah.
and went to Nola on Tap, poured beer at Nola on Tap, and was the most sober asshole there. It was not good.
Yeah.
And you just get pissy by like 3:30. Like, fuck it, I'm just going home.
Yep.
So finally, at like
It's hot.
3:30, like it's
I'm
hot.
over it.
I'm just pulling the kegs. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
done. We're out of beer. Time to go home. And just pieced out and left. So I'm sorry if you were there and you were looking for my beer. Sorry, next year.
I was no on tap.
It was good, except for that I was sober and standing behind a tent and
Yeah.
standing behind a thing in the sun all day on antibiotics and could only really eat like half solid foods.
Well, they had a pretty good turnout too. So
Oh yeah, it was slammed. It was
Yeah,
absolutely
that's awesome.
slammed.
Things always.
The Laughing
super
Bayou
slammed.
guys killed it again. Got I think third this year for best booth. One of
Laughing
our
Bayou,
listeners,
that's like-
Vincent, Carrie, he won second place in Judges' Choice, and I think
Nice.
Vincent won third place in Judges' Choice.
Nice.
So all in all, pretty good showing.
Good
awesome.
job, Big Easy Homebrewers.
Yeah, pretty good shout out to Big Easy right there. I brought my DBR, Medusa, Brett Blonde, and Space Metal, which I did a beer for a metal band here. It's a Cascadian Dark Lager.
Do you still have any of that?
I still have a little bit of that.
That's good.
So, and then I brewed the Rauch beer that I smoked all the malt over pecan wood. But my standout beer
You-
over the last couple
You
of
called the
weeks,
rock beer
Rauch.
90s
90s,
alternative rock.
standout 100%. I brought y'all Polyander, the Marson.
Yep.
Just super solid, fucking perfect Oktoberfest beer.
Yeah. I had your pecan.
Yeah, yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, well, we
I
got
liked
plenty
it a
of it.
lot. I'll drink some.
Charles, what have you been up to
Uh,
since GABF?
We went to GBF. Yeah, that was pretty wild. Drank a lot of beer there.
Drove 13 hours, 14 hours?
I think it was 18 hours total there.
It's a good little drive.
Yeah. The first day we drove.
Made it to Colorado.
Yeah, we made it to
Trinidad.
Trinidad.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Trinidad and Tobago?
Trinidad, Colorado. And that was like 16 hours.
16 hours. Yeah.
Jeez.
And then we drove to Denver the rest of the way the next morning. But Denver was awesome. Had a really good time. The festival I had a really good time at the festival. Like, I've always heard people like, GBF is kind of crazy. Like, it's just too many people and lines are crazy. But I didn't like, the lines weren't ridiculous except for a few booths. Like
PBR?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the biggest line there.
Like Russian River had a stupid line.
Was Vinny there?
No, not that I saw. And it's some other brewery like I literally had never heard of had a line like
Sam Adams during the Utopia.
Oh, yeah,
tour was
Utopia.
I bet.
crazy.
I'd want to try that.
It's not.
It's probably just like Dogfish Head, like the 120.
No,
it's
it's
like it's like
it's
syrupy,
alcohol.
it's like
like a brandy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
cognac.
I
almost.
would never buy that.
I
I wouldn't buy it, but
Yeah.
I would want to try
taste
it.
it. Yeah,
I'd want to at least try a little pour
It's
of it.
yeah.
like,
Y'all gave me a little taste of it.
like a really rancid fart. You don't want it all the time, but like you do want to smell it if somebody tells you it's really bad.
No, I don't identify with that at all.
I don't really know there's a list
You
of
know.
things to do. Like, well, that's really bad.
Oh, and then we're never getting
Like,
Jim
oh,
from Boston
God.
Beer Company ever to come on the show.
Well, maybe he can change my mind.
We'll see how dedicated fans
Uh,
they truly are.
yeah.
If he does come down, I'll make sure I'll have a swimming pool of homebrew beer for him.
There
He
we
can
go.
swim in. Which he'll never do that.
But the best breweries in Denver for me, I mean, it's this pretty standard answer, probably. True was amazing.
True. Okay.
Yeah. Black Project was outstanding.
I heard they're pretty solid. Yeah.
They're outstanding. And Cricket Stave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those
Just named
are
all the ones that I was going to name.
those
so.
are those are my three favorites. But who was Epic was really cool
Epic
too.
was good.
Epic
we got
was
to have
really
the
cool.
quadruple barrel.
No, Epic's
Big Bad
Big Bad
Baptist.
Baptist. I was
Yeah.
just about to ask. That's
Yeah, they
probably
had
one of my
triple-
favorite. I mean, that's a nice beer.
They had the regular, they had the triple barrel version and the quad barrel version,
Oh,
where
shit.
And
they
were
blend four
awesome.
different barrels, like
Wow.
coffee and almond and vanilla and all this crazy shit. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah,
I bought one of the triple barrels.
I got the triple barrel too and the reserve.
Yep. But that's about it.
Robert, what about you?
Yeah, my experience at GABF was great up until Friday, where
Did you go to hospital?
He should have.
I should have.
Oh shit.
So I tore my cornea because while I was sleeping,
You don't know.
Charles-
what happened while you're sleeping.
Charles and Grant played a prank. They're like, let's put a piece of metal in Robert's eye. This is going to be hilarious.
And it was.
Yeah. And,
But he was also like nose bleeding all over the place the whole time. We
Oh, because of the altitude?
the hotel.
when we got back to Shreveport, like that's where we slept on the way back.
Oh, man.
Rob went to get us hotel rooms, and like as he's literally talking to the lady, like getting the room, his nose just like starts pouring blood. And she looked at him like, this fucking meth crazy person is in here bleeding all over the place. And he's like, can I have a napkin or something? Oh, it was hilarious.
Snort
Jeez.
blow all night. That's what we get.
Just in from Denver, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I had a great time out there.
Looking forward to next year.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
You're gonna have to bring eye patches with you now as a precautionary.
It was
We're
so
wearing goggles the whole festival.
Snow goggles the whole time.
Any other than the ones you mentioned? Any other standouts that you had?
Let's see. I actually had a good time at Bierstadt.
yeah,
So,
beer style. That's your spot. That'd be your spot.
so
Yeah.
super traditional German lager brew house.
One of
Man, it was
One of the best pilsners
Really
in America
Yeah.
I've ever had.
nice.
great. Great Märzen.
Yep, their Marks was solid.
BSG put on a big thing for all the brewers out there. So if you were a BSG customer, you got to go in there, and they hooked everybody up with some beer, some
Free
food.
beer, free food.
Not mistaken. I think the Bierstadt was like their brewer was originally the head for Prost.
Yeah.
And Prost was always my go-to whenever I went into Denver. Anytime I was flying out, that was always a stop before they.
Dude, beer side was so. They got the pills, the ones
I
that
cannot
pull
wait.
sideways.
I still got to. I'm building my jockey box, or not my jockey box, my Keyser.
Yeah.
I'm putting that thing on
Yeah.
there, and I swear to God, I'm going to
Pilsner.
go buy. The problem here in New Orleans, you can only buy the half barrel.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to divvy it up into two,
3-6 ounce.
probably 3 sixtels.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a dedicated, just
Yeah.
PU tap.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm going to make some milkies.
Yeah, they call it slow pour pills. Like
Yeah.
that's the name of their pilsner. It was really good.
That's awesome.
The other place I just remembered, we went to this bar called Good Zur,
Yeah.
GOED space ZUUR. It means like good acid in Dutch or something, or not Dutch or some. I
Yeah,
don't.
Don, what is it?
It was some one of those European
Yeah. Let
fucks.
me finish.
Guzer.
But it was like almost
Couldn't tell
like
you.
they had like 40 taps, nothing but sour beer on tap. They had
Comment below the video if you know what good Zur means.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's actually watching, just
Two people.
comment. I see you 2 people. Comment.
But they had like 40 taps with nothing but sour beer for the most part.
Oh, shit.
They had slow pour pilsner. That was the only clean beer they had.
I like
Yeah.
that. I kind of like that.
Yeah. But they had Jester King. They had Crooked Stave.
Nice.
They had this really awesome brewery north of Denver, like an hour north, called Atom Brewing, ATOM. Chuck and Eric from Parlo went up to Atom to hang out with them, and they really enjoyed it. So when we went to Good Zur with them, they were like, dude, get some of that Atom shit.
I'm gonna have to
They
come up
had-
with you guys next year.
They had some ridiculously good stuff. That Atom brewery
I'll
is
drive for 7
legit.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody should.
We're flying next year.
We should definitely fly
Yeah, we
next
are
year.
flying. Hands down.
Aaron.
Yeah.
What you been up to over the last month?
Oh man, actually, not as much exciting stuff as you guys. That's
Butthole didn't fall out.
no. I
Okay.
think Charles and I are the only ones that didn't go to the hospital. So
Yep.
I feel pretty good about that. No, I just been sticking to the standard issue beers and kind of laying low. It's kind of weird not drinking without Don, so I don't know what to do with myself. So
For 3 weeks.
yeah, it was kind of it's like a lost puppy wandering around.
Oh man, yeah, that's the one thing that I do have to say. This medicine that I was on, like it fucked with my taste buds so badly. It had like this zinc metallicness to it. So the day of like So I'm out. I go home Wednesday. Thursday afternoon, I've kegged the beer to pour to bring to No Long Tap, and I'm tasting them. I'm like, man, this tastes like fucking garbage. Like it's like super hoppy, overly bitter, and this is like my DBR. I'm like, what the fuck happened to my beer in like 6 days while I was gone? So I pulled the Festbier. It's the same. I'm like, all right, this isn't right. Let me pull the porter that I still have. So I had one PBR in the fridge. I cracked it, poured it into a cup, and so we're fine. Literally, it's my taste buds are fucked up. I was so ready to just to drain pour beers because
That's
I just
the worst.
could not taste them.
That's crazy.
It took me almost a week to get my full taste buds back. So yeah, that first beer was like bliss when I was actually able to taste everything properly again.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty low key. I mean, I think everybody kind of went.
Well, we're back to patio weather at least.
Yeah, patios, smoking some meat and patio cigars, bourbons, and beers. That's kind of once we drop below 80 degrees, it's like heaven. So, it's like,
Brother, barely knew
her. Just a reminder how you can find us: iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, FermentationNation.net, Facebook, Instagram, and I guess now YouTube.
I guess are we recording these?
These are automatically record. They
And
stay
then
on
the channel.
So
So youtube.com/fermentation
I can't remember what our channel name is because I just set this shit up yesterday.
It says youtube.com/webcam.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's.
I know it's not, you dumbass.
I'll
It's a joke.
I think it's. I don't know. I'll look it up. But yeah, we have a channel. We'll get this thing organized. But yes,
all of our viewers, if you know what our web address is for
Please
YouTube,
I'm looking
comment
it
below.
up.
please comment it below so we can actually figure this out. Now this is actually pretty cool. Now GABF, going back to this, Tin Roof, first ever Louisiana gold medal at GABF.
Never heard of them.
Fermentation Nation. That's just the name.
Oh, cool, awesome.
Yeah, no, we're extremely.
That's awesome. I
it's
mean,
a good
crazy
thing for Louisiana beer.
in
so-
a juicy, hazy pale ale category
Like
too.
one of the categories that had the most number of entries.
Yeah,
I mean, that's phenomenal.
crazy.
Phenomenal.
131 entries, and Tin Roof pulled out a gold.
I mean, that's stupendous.
I think-
That's nice work.
It's awesome. I think it's getting them a lot of positive attention. I know a lot of people
I think they were always underrated with their beer. Voodoo was.
Well,
I liked Voodoo a
They've
lot.
done a lot of changes.
Yeah,
over
Voodoo
the past year.
gone
and they've-
under 3 or 4
They
significant
brought on
overhauls.
new brewers, new CEO. They started pivoting, going in a whole new direction, staying up to date with what all the newer breweries are doing.
Yeah.
It's an ever evolving industry, and they started riding that wave, which is really good for them.
Yeah,
So it's a good win.
I'll admit I hadn't tried Voodoo in a long time. They won gold. I was like, "Fuck, I better get some of that."
Yeah,
but that's
tried it. And I'm
awesome.
Like, it's super clean.
And I'm not going to name the other beers in the state, but there's a lot of hype beer out there.
Yeah.
A lot of beer that everybody thinks is like super uber.
Yeah.
And I just love that Tin Roof came through and just absolutely smashed that
and
With a
category.
super clean, good beer, man.
Yeah, and they
a good
really kind
beer.
of came out of nowhere too. Like
Yeah.
they just
Was not
Voodoo's been out
expecting
for a
that.
while.
I was not expecting that either. Because when they said Voodoo, I was like, "Fucking, there's another pale
I was
ale
thinking,
name."
I was thinking like
I didn't
Rogue, like
even
Voodoo
think-
Donuts or some shit.
Yeah,
like that.
I because Tin Roof wasn't pouring beer, so I didn't. I knew I should have known that they entered beer, but I was like, "Oh fuck, that was
incredible.
awesome."
Few people in New Orleans were like this. Golden was it Golden Road? Yeah, it's Golden Road. The ones that did Beerland.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Golden Road. Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah. So I had that winter.
yeah.
It was terrible. I don't know how it was. It's a 19-ounce can.
Oh, yeah.
Stovepipe.
It's a stovepipe of a braggot, honey braggot at like 13%.
Jesus,
It's not what I would buy.
that's crazy.
I mean, you buy that specifically to take to a party and then drink none of it.
And leave it
Give
there.
Yeah, and leave it there.
Yeah,
But after Oakland, so they were planning on expanding into Oakland, and all the locals protested, and actually even like went to the city council and filed lawsuits and everything to stop progress. And as of yesterday, Golden Road just pulled out of Oakland altogether,
damn.
abandoned the project.
Well, statistically, Oaklanders, that's what they call them.
Oaklanders.
Oaklanders.
Oak-
They
like Highlanders.
they hate beer.
Can be only one.
No, that's stupid funny because there's a lot of great breweries there.
I'm just kidding.
I like you better sober.
Yeah, this is great.
Do you? Well, no. There's like a
That's the
happy
one you
middle.
get.
There is a happy middle.
There's a happy the drunk Robert is obnoxious.
It's that happy, beautiful middle.
Yeah. That guy's a dick.
Never met that guy.
Miel Brewery here in New Orleans.
Miel.
Miel. All right. Miel. Do they have the out?
No.
Miel. They opened their doors recently, so congratulations.
Yeah. I went by.
Welcome to the brewery fold.
Yeah, I went by on the day they opened. Really nice spot, man.
It looks awesome. I have to go
beautiful.
down there. I have to go down there. New Orleans Winterfest is coming up, so the Crescent City homebrewers throw this thing every year. Massive little homebrew party. It's going to be at the New Deutsches House December 1st, so a little bit later than they normally have it. And we're going to have Greg Hackenberg on in a little bit, and he's from Crescent City, who works with the festival, and he'll talk a little bit more about what's entailed, what you can expect. Basically, a lot of fun. $30, 6 to 11. If you're a home brewer, want to donate, you can. You get a free ticket to come in, but I won't take too much of Greg's thunder. He'll come on in a little bit and go through the whole festival and what you can expect. I pulled this up today because I actually kind of like this. Somebody posted the beer list from like the early 90s of the Tornado bar in San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
And look at this tap list, dude. It's actually like legitimately crazy. Look how many Cantillons.
Holy shit.
And Boone Goose. I mean, Brasserie DuPont. These are all.
Oh my God.
Chimay. This is the early 90s.
Yeah.
All the Lindermans, Morgott's Duvel. And
damn.
Like there wasn't even like a single American beer like on this list.
Others category.
That is pretty crazy.
Rodenbach,
Rochefort. Yeah.
West Valley.
Vesti.
Yeah. It's absolutely nuts. There wasn't a single American. Well, no, sorry. Sam Adams Triple Bock.
And Hair of the Dog.
And Rogue.
And Mendocino.
Yep. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, they're listed under others. I love that.
Yeah.
The American beers are listed under others.
That's fucking crazy. I remember, dude, like it wasn't like 8 years ago in Louisiana, you could find Cantillon on the shelf. Not regularly, but from time to time.
Yeah, so, and I remember seeing that too.
Yeah, I bought
Tilk one just laying around. Just
Oh yeah.
Dusty
Drie Fontaine everywhere.
All day long.
Have you heard
now
about
Drie's super
on that line? Have you heard about Carlsberg's new initiative they're trying?
No,
they're actually going to try and
make good beer.
Since they can't, they're actually going to try and start gluing their 6-packs together to eliminate the plastic rings around the side.
Oh, like glue the cans?
Yeah, actually like adhese them all together.
That'd
so
be
that
interesting.
should be interesting.
Oh yeah. That's that was the yes. I know what you're talking about.
How are they going to make the beer skunky still in the can?
No, they won't. They won't. I mean, they're moving on up.
Fucking
Weird.
got them.
That way, all of them will at the same time.
Fauna Flora, great friends of the show, finally got their farmhouse brewery opened up in North Carolina. They actually butt right up to a state park or national park. Really cool spot. So congratulations to Fauna Flora getting their farmhouse up and running. Now we got some sad news. Wayward Owl here in New Orleans, they're closing their tap room.
Yep.
No longer actually brewing. Their brewery's gone, and they're now moving more towards gypsy and contract brewing.
Yeah, I think everybody's waiting to see what they're gonna end up doing.
What the
next.
final plan is.
Yeah.
So now, the difference is there a difference between contract and gypsy?
Yeah, contract brewing, you're paying a brewery to brew your beer.
For you.
Their labor brews your beer.
Yeah.
Gypsy brewing, you go in and you actually use their equipment and you brew.
You brew your own beers, your own recipe, and you
Right.
basically pay.
A lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
like a small fee. And gypsy brewers, a lot of people will buy like their own fermenter to go into the spot
and pay rent for the fermenter.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes sense. And actually just announced today in North Carolina, Mystery Brewing, just outside the Raleigh Triangle, they announced they're closing their doors, which is also sad news because Eric Larsmeyer has been on the show before. He's actually a very big proponent of the North Carolina Guilds, Brewers Guild, very big, influential in helping change the laws out there. Really sad to hear that he is unfortunately closing his doors at the end of the month. So we wish you the best of luck, and hope to see you, in a new establishment.
Yeah, and Tallgrass had some where they closed down, but now they're maybe not going to close down. They're getting an investor maybe. So Tallgrass Brewing up in Ohio, I want to say.
I haven't heard of them.
Yeah, they made like the 8-bit pale ale, the one that had like Pac-Man on the side of it.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah, they announced they were going to close, but then maybe now they're not. They might be getting an investor or something.
Well, fingers crossed. Now, this I have to bring up because I actually do want to kind of talk about this. I saw this stupid absurdity today, and I literally started laughing, and actually I'm kind of a little aggravated about this. So Toppling Goliath is doing a release for their Kentucky Brunch Brand Stout. So
Brunch Stout.
Yeah, Kentucky Brunch. Oh, sorry, I said branch. Yeah, Kentucky Brunch Brand Stout.
There we go.
So there's 3 opportunities to be able to at least get into the place, and you have an opportunity to buy a 12-ounce bottle. $100 fucking for a 12-ounce bottle.
That's
Here,
pretty
if
wild,
you
man.
win this lottery, we might let you
Pay me $100 for 1
beer.
12-ounce. That's 8 ounces. Sorry, that's $8
So
per
now-
ounce.
What's the buy-in for the lottery? Or is it just a full
No,
ticket?
it's full ticket.
free,
It's free ticket. 1 per person. No mules. No standing in line. Sort of crap. You have to be there, and just to get lucky enough
Spend
to
$100.
spend $100 on 1 12-ounce bottle,
That you,
and it's not on tap.
yeah, that you can't taste or know if you want it in the first place.
Yeah, you can't
Like,
even taste it beforehand whether or not it's good or not.
But
and then-
hype.
But the secondary is they have $40 750 bottles of their morning whatever that you can buy. So there's,
So I think we're getting ready to start doing. We're just gonna have 1 beer on tap
for $500.
$500.
If we sell 1 a day, we're good.
Yeah.
9-ounce brandy pour.
I mean, I have to say this. Like, what's the stupid absurdity on that? I mean, it doesn't cost them $100 to make that. Not even close.
It's Peruvian oak that's been aged for 2,000 years
And James Brown
in the Himalayas.
James
Sherpas built boats
Probably.
out of this oak.
Sure.
It's legitimately like it's utterly astounding. Like when you see
That's
some
pretty crazy.
fine,
And barrels are fairly expensive, but not like that.
$100 a fucking 12-ounce bottle.
Hey Sal, I see you too.
You can comment.
Sal.
Hi Sal. You can say hi to me. I think we'll just. I think that's it. That's all I've got from the industry side. I think we'll just take a quick break. We'll come back. We're gonna have a quick chat with Greg Hackenberg of Crescent City, and
share our live feed. Comment below. Don has
Like,
some
comment,
crazy
subscribe.
prizes. Don has crazy
I
prizes.
have a $100 bottle of homebrew. And then after talking with Greg, we'll come back and we'll get into the meat of it. Festbiers, Marzens, and all that fun stuff.
Get it.
Okay. Did it work?
Paused.
Sweet. Save that shit right now.
Good call.
But is the live stream?
Live stream's still going. Live stream keeps going. We're just pausing the podcast.
Oh, right.
Sweet.
Yep.
Like,
Export.
Audio's hot.
Just as long as you have to say it, that's all.
Yeah, I want to export it because I'm paranoid about all this audio right now. It's a little stuttery.
I mean, as long as the audio's coming through, the audio's not stuttering. Well, this I'm kind of half expecting. I mean, shit, we're recording and we're running the live stream. As long as the audio comes through fine, the video's okay. I mean, the video's a little stuttery. Yeah, as long as the audio's coming through.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I'm curious to see because it shows so low.
yeah, we get.
One batch. And I'm going to do.
Oh, we should probably get.
So I've got, yeah, absolutely. So obviously we're not talking to Gene or Greg today, so. And then I have figs and rum, and then I'm going to do the figs and rum in the secondary. So I'll have basically a base of 10 gallons.
Yeah.
Just nice fig.
You have a bass. Always figured you more for a treble.
Base knowledge.
Bass, treble.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
What's up, dude?
God damn.
Dog attack.
Scared the hell out of me, man.
Thanks,
Hello. Goodbye.
Bye.
She really
And
hates
we
us.
are down to
She really
0
hates us.
viewers.
Bye, people. Sorry.
Oh, they saw the dog. They're like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
We're done. Uh-oh.
Brew that.
Yeah, brew that homebrew.
Brew that
November 11th.
Chia.
Oh, Bayou Beer Festival, which we may or may not be going to.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Oh, because they're not doing the bottles this year.
I gotta do a schedule. Like, oh man.
We have multiple schedules. You just never use it.
Don, you want to go represent Brew Curry at
No, actually, I won't be here.
oh gosh.
I'll be. I get back November 10th at 6:00. I'll be in Charlotte. So no. Actually, what I'll do is I'll say yes and then text you the day before and say, "Oh,
I
shit,
went
I'm
to the
sorry."
hospital
Call Aaron.
at 1 o'clock in the morning
Oi.
or 11:30 at night, whatever it was.
All right.
When
Now that we have 0 viewers, let's go ahead and get back.
All right. Well, we are hot.
All right. Shit. Wait. Hang on. Where are we at?
All right. We are.
Yeah, because we're skipping Greg because I'm going to do him tomorrow and drop him in. So we're coming back from that. Okay. Yeah. Aye, we're back. Festbier time.
Festbier time.
Festbier
Happy Fest.
is the best beer
Nice acapella group.
over here.
All right.
Well,
Well, first of all, thanks, Greg, again for coming on, telling us about Winterfest. Do appreciate that. Super cool. Look forward to it. I know I'll be there. Probably, yeah, I'll be there. I don't know if I'm going to be pouring anything or not, but I'll definitely be there. I don't know about these two guys. Aaron, probably.
what?
Winterfest?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah, we'll see.
Strong, maybe.
So I'll pencil you in for
Very-
maybe.
Very likely.
So yeah, so the episode today,
And poorly.
that's going to end very badly. We're doing Martzen Oktoberfest Festbier. Kind of cool because Martzen's originated before Oktoberfest, and Festbier is kind of the modern version of Oktoberfest. A Marzen essentially was
It's traditionally brewed in March.
and then it was a March beer, lagered throughout.
Released for Oktoberfest.
Well, before Oktoberfest actually even happened, it was just meant to be just released for October,
For
not the fest.
for Munich.
Just for Munich, yes, but not just for a festival. So the festival didn't actually take place until I just actually kind of looked this up. It was actually kind of neat. So there was a royal wedding in 1810, and basically
What were their names?
shit,
It's Prince.
Prince something and
Oh, it's there.
it's right there.
Frederick.
Yes, Frederick, and I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And so they decided to throw this massive party outside the gates on the
Frederick?
fairgrounds.
Frederick.
That's
Frederick.
not okay. That's
Yeah.
not a very German name.
They decided to throw this massive, citywide party outside the city gates at the festival fairgrounds, and actually it was meant to be like a giant fucking horse race. I think the track was 2.1 miles long, and of course the king and queen, after they got married, now they're and all that stuff. They had this massive tent at the top of the hill for all the royalty, the rich, and everything. And of course, what the fuck do you think they had in the tent? Beer and wine.
Beers.
And of course, with all the parties and everything, the city would pay homage and dance, games, and costumes.
And that's kind of where you would see that traditional garb and the dances and the games come from. So in 1811, they're like, well, shit, that was a lot of fun. We want to do this again. So they said, okay, let's do this again, but let's just promote Bavarian agriculture. So, of course, everything related to milk, barley, hops, all about the local produce that they were coming up with. And the parade that they had for the wedding, it kind of became an annual event. And now,
Jesus.
geez, can't take Charles anywhere. And so now the beginning of the festival, the parade walks into the middle of the festival and starts the parade off. I couldn't find the timeline, but somewhere, I want to say like in the mid 1800s, 1875, when breweries started being tied to this festival. That's when you had the guy tap the keg, the mayor would tap the keg. Oopa! It's tapped and all this shit, and that's the beginning of Oktoberfest. Nice. But of course, these styles were brewed beforehand, but with Oktoberfest now taking place in the name of Oktoberfest beer taking place, there's only 6 breweries allowed to actually brew an Oktoberfest beer to be served at Oktoberfest, and it has to be brewed within the city limits of Munich. So Augustiner, Ackerpschur, Lowenbrau, Polyender.
It's actually pronounced Löwenbrau.
Spottenbrew, and
the Hofbrau Munich.
Yes, the Hofbrau Munich. So those are the only 6 that legitimately.
It's actually pronounced Hofbrau.
Okay.
I'm just kidding about that.
But of course, the Marzen style was allowed to be brewed prior. And actually kind of really neat on this. I saw this up when I was looking up the Reinheitsgebot. The Reinheitsgebot is not just a decree on ingredients of barley, water, hops, and later added yeast, but it was actually a decree on beer served between a Christian holiday or Christian festival to the St. George's Day in that region, where you're not allowed to charge people more money for beer. And so that was part of the Reinheitsgebot. For a Mass, you could not charge more than 2 shillings or whatever the money was of that area. You could not you could charge 1 for basically a half pour and no more than 2 for a full liter during that time frame. And on top of that, if you were a reseller, you were only allowed to mark it up 1 extra shilling. So it was actually kind of neat. It was like we're going to help out the peasants here by getting fucked up for 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Hell yeah, brother.
During the Reinheitsgebot.
Hell yeah, brother.
Capping the purveyors of resales to well, sorry, you're allowed to make 1. So I actually thought that was kind of neat. And reading even further, it was originally done because the bakers really got pissed off because a lot of the brewers were using wheat and rye, making that grain harder to find. And so by instituting the Reinheitsgebot, where you can only use barley, it freed up wheat and rye for the bakers to keep bread cheap.
Yeah. And
actually kind of cool.
And originally it didn't even include yeast.
Yeah.
Everybody had their family spoon.
Yep.
Their family mixing paddles, and that's how it all happened.
I put this magic piece of wood in there, and it tastes good. It makes me feel weird when I touch it with the spoon.
That fondant stick.
It starts to bubble.
It makes bad things good.
It makes me all bubbly inside.
2 stirs and okay.
All right. Marzen. So yeah, if you do look up the BJCP style, definitely like malty, super intense, and like kind of on that fresh grain.
I think the best American representation of that beer is from there's a little brewery.
Little brewery somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's what is it?
It's
the head brewer is really handsome.
I think it's in New York. It's called Brooklyn something.
Never heard of her.
It's near a French and a Spanish colony somewhere.
I think Charles is wearing a shirt.
But yeah, the actual again, as you mentioned, yes, it was the original beer. Yes, you brew it in March, and you basically cellar it until mid-September, October.
Lager it.
You would lager it until then, and
Lager.
generally, it was a more boozy, alcoholic version of, like a Munich Helles or potentially a Dunkel. It was kind of like
a little bit darker,
bigger,
a bit
fuller
darker,
body.
more fuller body, definitely more boozy. maybe not Bacchish boozy, but
Yeah.
definitely on the boozy side.
What'd you call me?
So aren't a lot of those breweries they define really more representative of the areas in Germany? Because I think the Hofbrau's more down in München, and then like Spaten and Polen or the north.
I would say yes now. I mean, if you look at the breweries now, I mean, when we went to Brachtschaw the other day, and when we had the Spaten Oktoberfest, the Spaten Marzen and the Paulaner, the Spaten was definitely a bit darker.
Yeah.
The Paulaner was on the lighter side.
Right.
So yeah, there is interpretation in the color range.
And the beer.
The color range of these do go from like a deep straw, like a very deep golden straw, all the way to almost
brown,
like a deep amber.
A damper.
Damper.
What color is ours?
It's a Dapper Dan.
Somebody tell me color.
It's a good little amber.
It's kind of like
golden
amber.
Almost getting to that copper.
Yeah.
It's pretty though.
It's very pretty. I'm gonna take this glass since Robert's not using it.
Yep.
You know.
How's that mineral water?
Oh, responsibility.
This is Mountain Valley Sparkling.
Oh, that's from Whole Foods.
We'd like to thank Mountain Valley for sponsoring this episode of Fermentation Nation.
You know,
so how's the mouthfeel
with our sparkling water? I've thought about adding some salts to it.
We could
do some gypsum,
That'd be sweet.
do some Epsom, a little bit
some
of
electrolytes,
calcium chloride.
A whole bunch of
And we'll get into the recipes here in a minute, but then you do have then traditional Oktoberfest, which is basically Marzen now, and then Festbier, which is
the newer,
the modern version of Marzen. A little bit more hoppy,
lighter,
a little lighter, maybe
lighter
not as
in color,
full, lighter in body, and maybe not as boozy. Definitely, I would say a sessionable version of it, but just slightly more hop forward.
Yeah, I like Festbiers more than Marzens. Festbier is like my jam.
It's just like every day is super drinkable. And we'll get into the Festbier.
It's like a fuller pilsner. So good.
So I mean, amber deep orange.
So when you're attributing the Festbier, are you just because I know there are a lot of the Oktoberfests. Are those all just Marzens?
Mostly in America for the most part.
Yeah. Well, a Marzen is the style.
Right.
Oktoberfest became an Oktoberfest because of the festival.
Yeah, I figured that.
So basically, they were already adapting a style that they already had in the city.
Yeah,
all of these beers are Oktoberfest, but not all of those rectangles are squares.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like triangles.
Yep.
Something to that nature.
Got it. Somehow that actually made sense. I don't know why.
Yeah. Like most Oktoberfest you buy in America are Marzens.
So if you've never had one, or if you're trying to smell one or trying to pick one apart, definitely you're going to want to pick up a nice cracked grain, fresh grain kind of on the front end, especially if it's more fresher. Marzen.
And if you haven't smelled a beer, it's okay to smell your friend's beer. It's okay.
But tell them
you've
after
got
you do
something on your eyelash and it's driving
I know it's driving me nuts too.
But
it was driving you wild. Why didn't you do anything about it?
Because he was on camera.
He doesn't want to scratch his cornea again.
But to kind of get to this, because there is, I'll come out and say it. Sierra Nevada's first version of this year, the first production run, was not good. It was a 7/26 release of their Oktoberfest. It was red apple. It was almost Bacchish boozy.
Yeah.
It felt a little oxidized, thin. This was not a good representation of that. So I want to make sure that in that nose what you're looking for, booze is nice, but you don't want it to be like boozy like a Bach. You want to be able to kind of make sure you feel it's a little heavier.
That's why they call me Robert Bacchish.
Bon Bacchish.
Mr. Boom Bacchish.
Like that light toasty crunch, like that light toast bread, a little caramel biscuit. But clean. Not estery.
Yeah, I think
diacetyl.
To me, like smelling a good one versus smelling a less good one,
it's night and day difference.
Is
when you smell a real good,
a less good one. I hate when they go from toast, from like lightly done toast to like burnt toast.
Yeah,
like a lot of bad Marzens that I've had have like that burnt toast thing.
So
you get
like good sourdough toast smell, and
you get that bitterness attributed with like burnt.
Yeah. It's like if they go
like they're
too
using
high,
like for color, they're using like Yeah, like
a touch of chocolate or
touch
something
of
weird in
chocolate
there.
or a very 400 Lovabond type roast that is
Mhm.
going to bring a little bit of that burnt
That
note over.
little touch of that like roast
Yeah.
flavor. You
Yeah.
want to go
Don't want
toast,
that.
not roast.
Toast and no caramel. Well, light caramel.
Yeah, like
very
caramel.
no toffee, but very light caramel.
I like a touch of caramel to my martinis.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I definitely agree. Now, recipe wise, I mean, obviously the base 100% Pilsner, probably backed with maybe a Munich or a Vienna.
Yeah,
kind of a blend on the backbone.
I like to do both.
I kind of like a little bit of a combo, maybe like a 2020 Munich Vienna, and then with maybe 75%. No, that's not right. 55% Pilsner, so you have a little bit of room just for color.
Yeah.
Like a nice Carahel. I think would do
Carahel's
well.
really good.
Cara Munich 1, Cara Munich 2, kind of bring that color.
Yeah,
color
I mean,
profile into
Munich on its own is fairly
it's pretty dark. And you
So
can
you
actually
can
even
get
substitute
most
a
of your
Munich
color.
2. Munich 2 would definitely give you the color profile without having to use a specialty.
The way we actually kind of split ours right down 3 ways for base malt. Like we do Pilsner,
I just realized I never
Munich and Vienna, like almost all in equal parts. Like we don't go quite spooky.
Halloween.
Sorry. Yeah, we do like almost a perfectly even split with Pilsner, Munich,
helps.
and Vienna.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Wow. Sorry, but yeah.
And you can, if you want to Americanize a little bit, you can use a touch of caramel malt.
Crystal.
Crystal 20.
I would say Crystal 20, probably no more.
Yeah. And just a small amount to really bump up that caramel, but you really don't have to.
Just like a little bit of Special B.
You like the Special B? I don't like
No,
Special
just
B.
kidding.
Special B, I think, is so disgusting.
I love it
Special
in the
B's
right
great.
beers.
Yeah, but
In the right beer, it
gives
makes
you
sense.
that
But
dark fruit immediately.
it's
too
like-
much.
yeah,
I love that.
I don't like that. I wouldn't want that in this.
No, definitely
No,
not.
I was just being a smart ass.
I'd say with a style like this,
If you think I was being a smart ass, comment below.
all. None
Thanks,
of you.
baby.
I would say for this style, the more simplistic that you can actually get in your grain,
Yeah.
probably the better.
Yep.
You're going to get a lot more complex flavor out of a simpler grain than throwing too much complexity in that. Now, I will say this:
I'm a huge Munich fan, so
I like Munich.
load it up with Munich.
If you can't get Munich, you can get Melanoid. If you can't get Melanoid, and if you can't get Munich for some reason, you can substitute a little bit of Melanoid. You kind of bump up that mouthfeel and a little bit of that body.
I think we did put a touch of melanoid in ours this year.
It also helps. I mean, if you're doing decoctions, then obviously you don't need it.
Yeah, we were going for that head retention.
But yeah, melanoid
Keep
is
your
a nice
head retention
substitute.
up.
Hop wise, anything noble.
Yeah,
in my opinion, anything noble, slightly spicy, a little earthy.
EKG's
Sacrilege, but it works.
It's so good, man.
It works, but
EKG.
it is sacrilege.
Yeah, it is. It's not German hop, but if you're
It's
not going
noble.
German, go EKG.
Yep.
But yeah, any of the Pearl is so
This
good.
Pearl is fantastic.
Pearl's my favorite German hop for sure.
Just a clean German, like Pearl Pilsner.
Yeah, Pearl's awesome.
You can't beat
Oh,
that.
it might not be my favorite German hop anymore. Grungeist
Grungeist is amazing.
is fucking killer.
I like Brett's Cleek.
Never used it.
Yeah, I've never used it either.
Mm-hmm.
Hotshot Blanc's pretty baller, but I wouldn't want to
Yeah,
use it in a
middle-
Marzen.
middle-
Festbier would probably be pretty cool.
Middle Fruit's always nice. It's
Yeah.
a nice night late edition. I use that a lot in different beers, but
We need a coffee machine back here.
I have one upstairs if you want to roll upstairs real quick.
Can I?
Yeah, it takes maybe like 5 minutes.
Perfect.
I'll just let me text Allie and make sure she's not like,
Naked.
I doubt she is.
If
Allie,
she wanted to just throw some coffee on there,
She could just toss it down the stairs.
yeah, that would be great.
let's see.
It's like 7 o'clock at night. Why are you
coffee.
drinking coffee?
Because he can't drink beer.
Oh yeah.
And
Body
I'm
wants
falling
what the body
asleep
wants.
over here.
Well, sorry that the topic is so boring,
He doesn't-
Rob.
Yeah.
I mean,
She was like, "Fucking piece of shit."
Damn it, Rob!
God,
We're down here in the studio, and all you heard was like the thump on the floor upstairs. It's like, she's probably like, shit.
These
Piece of shit,
fucking
Rob.
God
assholes.
damn it! And I'm almost out of water. That's we're not gonna drink
What
this
about
shit.
those 2 bottles of water in front of you?
Let's see. Yeast strain
Not sparkling.
choice
Oh,
for
oh.
Marston's. Always interesting.
So,
There, I'll do this. I'm just gonna have her turn the machine on, and then all you have to do is push a button.
and it just fills up the cup.
Yeah, it's a automatic. It's an
Keurig?
auto. Yeah, no, it's an auto.
Auto.
As
It's
you
an
need
auto.
it.
Yeah, it's cuts. Crushes the beans automatically, and
Just one cup.
yeah, just hit the single button.
Boom.
So give it a couple minutes. Takes like 2-3 minutes to warm up.
Done.
But then I'll send you upstairs, and all you do is just push a button.
She's the
So
best.
this is all getting cut.
She's a keeper.
No,
Pretty
we're
much.
keeping this one.
This is how we
Thank
get
God we have
views.
0 live viewers.
Welcome to a live feed.
Well,
Okay.
let it be known that this is the one episode that will not remain on the channel.
No, actually, I think this one will
picked my
stay.
nose at one
I think
point.
the very first episode we absolutely
it was
recorded.
subtle, but I'm pretty sure I picked my nose a little bit.
Yeah, you're
These
not watching.
will get better. When we get up to like 10 million subs, that's when we know we're doing good.
No, I know you brought
Smash that
you brought a
fucking like
couple-
button.
Make that YouTube money.
you brought a
Smash
couple,
it. God damn.
you brought a couple other Marsons, and we'll definitely do a little bit of a comparison because
Yeah.
I'm curious. I haven't had Brooklyn's in a long time,
I have not had Brooklyn's in a couple years either.
so I'm very curious on that. Very interested to try Urban South.
I like it. I think it's really good.
Last year's
Which
was
one?
good.
Martin from the Oktoberfest from Urban South. I thought it's super killer.
There,
I didn't
so-
like last year's all that much, to be honest with you.
I liked it
think
because you didn't see many of them.
Yeah.
I've had it this year. It's only different because ours is like a very big
Mhm.
version of
Yeah.
a Mirtz, and everybody else's Oktoberfest tends to be a little bit more light.
Now, can I
You
ask
drink
you?
a lot more of them.
Is this the same recipe that you brewed last year, or did you make an adaptation from it
we changed it a tiny bit.
from what you brought on?
Yeah.
It's always
It's
a
Charles.
parabolic curve with
Yeah.
all the newer recipes.
Yeah,
Charles
it's
makes
always-
it better.
Yeah, it's take Robert's old recipe and like, oh God,
What the hell was he thinking?
try to use some of the same
rip it up.
same ingredients, but then just no. It's really not that far different. This one's pretty close to the original. Like
Now-
a lot of our other stuff, we've changed more, but this one, I think the only big changes we had the touch of melanoidin. I think I bumped up the Vienna percentage a little bit, and I think I changed the hop schedule
Okay,
to basically I just did like one hop charge,
right.
like a
beginning,
bitter
more
charge, and then I did actually I know it's sacrilege again. I did a whirlpool hop,
Oh man.
Oh, jeez.
just a little bit,
I
bit.
know
That's
what
why we
all
got
of you
no
are thinking
viewers.
out there.
Mhm.
We're getting crazy.
I know.
We
Yeah,
are.
just a tiny one, just because I want a touch of hop on the nose, and lager and a beer, man. It just the
Yeah,
hops always go away,
I'm with
know?
you on that. I'm actually not. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, you're right. The hop profile does fall off.
I just wanted you to remember there's hops.
There's
in
a
there,
little
just
bit
for
there.
a second.
And we'll get when you get into the fest. 100%. I would
Yeah,
truly
fest for sure.
truly agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, mash profile on this. I mean, did you do 2-stage? Did you do a single?
Not on our brew house.
I mean, so more.
Yeah,
but
single.
also, I'm
Single
sure.
infusion.
I'm sure you also included the water chemistry this time around.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is damn close to straight RO water. I mean, I think our TDS on that one was like 30. I didn't add hardly any salts. I wanted to keep it really clean. You know, almost Pilsner water.
Love it. So, and then, so what did you start the mash at?
Man, I didn't bring my notes. I should have.
Divulge all the recipe secrets now.
I
fairly-
think I went pretty. I think I went
Middle
lower.
of the, like
148,
148. 148. Okay.
Yeah, I
That's,
think
that's not bad for a
Yeah.
straight single.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Um,
but pretty fermentable, but nothing
still
ridiculous.
leaving
fermentable.
a little bit of that
A touch of
sweetness.
residual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
I think we finished this one out. I guess what here I can probably figure it out. I might have a recipe. I think
so
it
what's-
finished around
I mean,
like 10:10.
Is it a pretty fairly basic or easier recipe to do of all? I mean, does
Yeah.
it have a lot of forgiveness in it? So if you're trying
yeah.
to brew one for your first time, you can.
The only thing is, temperature control. That's the only
Right.
harder part for home brewers would be anytime you're doing a lager, it's kind of a pain in the ass to keep it at that. Because I like to do a fairly like my lagering temperature profiles has a huge swing in temperature.
Right.
Like I like to start at 52, 53 maybe, drop it down to 48.
So you're kind of letting it kind of
Once
build up,
it starts rolling good,
bring it down.
drop it down a little bit to like upper 40s, low
See,
50s.
that's interesting because I used to do that too,
Yeah.
and now I've done the opposite. And so now I'll actually If I'm on my as a homebrew, I'm washing a lot more of my yeast than I have before. So I'm on second, third generation
typically,
strains, and I'm starting at 43 pitch, and then I'll let it free rise to 45, 46. And just kind of let it roll from there.
We don't do mini lagers at the brewery, so
there's definitely a longer lag time on that. That does kind of irk me a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
When you get that 24-hour lag time and you're sitting here like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
You're on your third pitch, but it's only like 10 gallons. Let's go.
Those lag times don't get me as much as the Belgian strains. Belgian lag.
Oh, dude, Belgian lag is like when you're sipping on like straight up, barrel proof whiskey, and like you're sitting there, you're doing fantastic, and then all of a sudden you're like, and you start puking out, like puking your guts out because just all of a sudden it just hits you.
Yeah. And then I like
sounds like a very personal story.
I actually do a decent derest on my lagers too, because
now are you
I don't go all the way to 70.
You can't. I mean, on a commercial scale like that, there's just be no way. I mean, you could, but that's a lot of time going all the way up there, and then
we
a lot
only
of glycol to cool it back.
We let it free rise when it's got if it's you thinking it's going to hit 10-10 when it's like 10-15
when you're near
start
terminal,
letting it just fucking free rise. And we typically let it get up to like 65.
John Palmer probably hit it best. I mean, you don't technically you don't even need to raise your temp to do it. As long as you get to that maturation and fully ferment everything out where the yeast are just done. Scrub everything out and settle down. You don't typically have to do a diacetyl rest. It just helps.
I like doing up to like the mid 60s because then it typically gets down lower.
It's done.
It gets a little bit lower.
And you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the shittiest thing when you're at kegging temps.
Yeah.
And like little diacetyl.
Yeah.
All right, well, there goes a whole day.
Yeah, and then I typically like to drop it down to like 38 and lager at 38 or so.
That's why we call them.
You guys,
38.
Are you guys lagering in the tank, or are you actually?
Yeah, we lager in the same tank.
See, that's obviously the biggest thing on homebrews. I mean, I'm not leaving that thing sitting in there for 4 or 5 weeks.
That's a good thing about cones. You drop all the yeast out.
Yeah, I'm same thing. Drop the yeast out, but I will lager in my keg. Just to get the space back.
Yeah, I think this one we lagered mostly in the fermenter, and then we transferred to bright tank for like the last 2 weeks.
Actually, I'd be very curious to see this. I mean, I know there's some serious lager brewers out there. I do want to know from a homebrew level, is there a difference from lagering in a keg versus lagering in your fermenter?
I would imagine
without the yeast. I don't think there's really much.
I mean, couldn't imagine anything.
The only thing that I can fear potentially in the fermenter is that you may start to induce a little bit more oxygen creeping in without the CO2 production.
Yeah.
Unless you actually have CO2 sitting on top.
Yeah.
So obviously in the keg, purge keg with a little bit of CO2 on top, you're not going to have to worry too much about oxidation.
Definitely.
That's. I'd be curious to see if anybody actually does it purely in the fermenter.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any interest in doing like a purely traditional, like follow all the rules and everything?
Full decoction and everything?
Well, I mean, just do the strict.
We couldn't do
strict.
Dude, that's a long. I mean, that's like a 7-8 hour homebrew day.
Yeah, I talked to the dudes at Live Oak who make super traditional lagers, and as traditional as you can do it, and their brew day on their lagers, like their Pilsner especially, and they make an Oktoberfest, I'm pretty sure, is like 20 hours.
Yeah, I mean it's insane.
It's like 8 different mash temperatures, triple decoction, putting back in there. It's like we couldn't do that on our brew house. Just isn't set up for like doing big decoctions like that.
And you basically would have to use the CIP pump to.
We all used to having doing really little decoctions. Nobody at our brewery is equipped for the bigger decoction.
We don't have the hose length.
But
or the girth.
But we could do
the hose size.
It's only an inch and a half.
Could do the little decoctions.
Got to work with the room you got.
It could be worse. There's smaller breweries that have 1-inch hoses.
Yeah, seriously.
Ours are an inch and a half.
Hell yeah, brother.
Just stick it in.
Yeah. Stick it until it goes.
Never changes. Yeah, I know.
So what we've determined, what we've actually learned by this episode, outside of a great beer recipe, is that
nothing.
It doesn't matter if Rob's drunk or sober.
No,
still a dickhead.
still the same.
Look, what you get is what you get.
100%.
You get what you pay for, and he's free.
We're getting ready to go up from 0 subs to 10 million.
Minus 10.
Yeah. We're gonna have to start watching other people.
We're gonna have to start paying YouTube to actually like record on YouTube.
On TV.
Put us on a loop.
That's awesome.
Everybody sign in their phones now.
So
Jesus.
I'm excited though for this live feed. There's gonna be a lot more things we can do.
Well,
it could be
actually,
more visual, and you can kind of.
Well, what I would like,
I think
that's
that.
right.
Well, but I mean, like honestly, like when you're holding up the color, like we can actually start seeing the color of the glass. I mean,
This is
that's pretty huge.
Marza.
We should probably set up like a lighting or something to help.
yeah, actually build a little stage.
Yeah.
On top of that, what I also would like is when we do have guests in, just like what we did.
We
with
can start
Sebastian.
brewing in here.
No, we can actually move this rig outside and start brewing out there. 'Cause that is an episode I like to do. But no, when we actually have guests on, we can actually start taking questions legitimately from this
That's
and
true.
actually be able to answer questions for everybody immediately. As the stream goes on.
On the delay of the stream, but yeah.
It's a pretty short delay.
It's not bad. Actually, I'm sorry. The video may not be the best. I'm sorry, but at least the audio is good.
And that's all that matters because
Yeah.
we're really a podcast first.
Yeah,
We're
trust me.
TV show second.
We got a face for radio.
Yeah, the only good-looking one here is Aaron, and he's not on
Yeah,
camera.
reason I'm over here. How you doing?
If by good-looking,
So
I'm sorry. I'm not even, it's been done. The joke's been done.
the
Somebody just commented.
Oh,
Sean McBride.
Hey.
Oh,
I'm the only
Sean.
one watching.
Hey,
Oh,
Sean, what's
okay,
up,
buddy.
Sean?
Sean, you're the only one that matters.
Hey, yeah, 100%, Sean. You're the only one that matters.
You spell your name wrong, but that's okay.
Oh, the name wrong.
His name. It's SHAWN.
Yeah, you spelled it right.
That's not Sean.
Are you dyslexic and colorblind?
No, that's. I'm saying SEAN is like the real way
Oh.
to spell Sean.
Sean, just so you
He's
are
just
aware, we're all very
No, it's
amazed that we
SHAUN.
have even one.
I know, but that's
watcher.
weird.
No, the proper Sean is SHAUN.
What are you talking about?
You never seen
That's another Sean. There's
SHAUN?
3 Seans.
No.
Wow.
SEAN, SAWN, sorry,
Do you know
SHWN.
that Aaron's spelled different ways too?
Yeah, EIRN.
Aaron.
Like
Aaron.
Aaron.
ERIN, ARON, ARRON.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don spelled 3 ways: DON,
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's not Aaron.
DAAAAN,
Yeah, I believe it.
DAWN.
Dang.
Like I said, dude said blasphemy.
No, so Festbiers, kind of progressing this,
Oh,
this
yeah.
conversation.
Oh,
We're talking about beer.
We're recording a show. How
We
about
have
that?
not stopped at all with this podcast. I
Yeah.
love it. We're in the same boat. So obviously the biggest thing, did I just say dick?
You did. It's just like old times, right, Sean?
Hey, we're going to take a quick minute while Charles
I
actually.
was so close to spitting that out.
We just got past decoction, all right?
He totally said big
Oh, man. This has gone downhill.
The biggest difference,
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
obviously, is the color,
Yeah.
mouthfeel.
Hell yeah, brother.
When they'll lead it like that.
Oh, no. That's it. This video is demonetized.
Jesus. All right, how can I do this non-sexually? Other than the
Just look
color,
Just power through,
and
Don. Just power through.
the flavor,
There you
and the stench.
go. Yeah, the stank on
Yeah.
it.
No,
Yeah, that's your. We're gonna get some of those cues up, and yours gonna be like.
basically, it's like
Put a
baby.
stank on it.
Fest is like basically baby brother.
Oh man.
Kind of.
I mean, lighter, more sessionable, lighter in the alcohol at
Yeah,
least
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Lighter color. for
Lighter
sure.
color. Definitely a little bit more hoppier, but
Hop presence.
I'm not talking
is
like
up
40, 50 IBUs.
No,
I'm just saying a little bit more.
there. Hop aroma. I think
Balance-
comes forward. I think the
balance a
bitterness
little
is
bit more
almost
towards the
same.
hop.
Yeah.
The mash profile does change a little bit. I think the last fest that I did was basically a Vienna Pils blend. That's it.
I think Yeah, that's pretty common. I think you can do a small amount of Munich.
Almost no color, no specialty to it. Just very clean, very simple.
I think it's Pilsner, Vienna, 95%, and then the rest Munich.
Munich one, yeah. I think that's it. Just for
a
little
touch
body,
of that mouthfeel.
That's it. But I mean, that's Festbier as a whole.
To me, a Festbier has hop aroma too, so I think
that's where I would say, yeah.
I think
a late edition.
The later edition is.
I wouldn't say
necessary.
a dry hop.
No.
But definitely like a Whirlpool or a late edition.
5 minute. Yeah,
like a 5 minute.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
Don't do it.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Who does
a 10 minute?
Poser.
Fucking weirdos, man.
Ooh, excuse me.
Only those that get paid.
But I think your yeast profile is probably a little bit different to me. For a Festbier, I think you want a cleaner, yeast, like a more Pilsner yeast strain than like.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So I do know that like with a Marson, I do like the White Labs Oktoberfest strain.
Yeah, the Marson strain.
It's just perfect. I mean, it's it attenuates nicely. It does leave a clean profile, but it adds this. And the Marson, I think that just kind of adds a little bit to it. But
yeah, definitely.
For
a
Fest beer,
as clean as
just a classic German lager, the 830.
Yeah.
Actually, I've even seen people use the Budvar strain, the Czech yeast.
Yep.
Which like is super dry, very clean, almost zero esters whatsoever. Leaves a very clean profile.
I really like the Southern German yeast strain from them.
Yeah, that's 830. Yeah,
838.
838 is very nice too.
838 is awesome. Yeah, 830s they're German, German. The 838 is Southern German.
Yep.
Which is more Munich.
Which will also come closer to that Czech variety too. That little cleaner, simpler, less phenolic, less estery. Same thing though. I mean, ferment cold as fuck.
Yep. Yeah, as cold as you can keep it going.
Yeah,
basically. Absolutely. There's this really cool, I'm sure most people here, Mr. Malty. I don't know if you his website lists all the yeast strains and their equivalent and where they came from. So if you're looking at more like Imperial or
only thing I don't like
Omega.
about his site is his calculator.
Yeah. I'm just talking the yeast because
the strain.
He talks about it as like
about the strains,
like the origins from it. Because then if you like Imperial yeast, which is awesome, or Omega, or some other there's so many yeast companies now. For a long time it was White Labs, White Yeast. That was basically it. But now there's so many different yeast providers. Like you can check out, basically the equivalent of.
Oh yeah, 100%
for somebody else, which is awesome. Because I think the Southern, so the German, the 830. I had it right. Yep, 830 is from Weihenstephan. The Southern German they don't have listed, but the Oktoberfest was Weihenstephan, their other Weihenstephan's strain, 3470. You can also buy 3470 just dry as well, and that's a super solid yeast. The 3470 dry. If you're not all the way up on liquid yeast, 3470 will not steer you wrong at all.
I just feel like you're stacking them all up in front of Rob as kind of a bit of a mockery.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No.
Self-induced abstinence.
Just wait till the next episode.
He's gonna get fucking trashed.
I'm gonna get so loaded, bro.
Hell yeah, brother.
The next episode is bring your spouse to recording day.
Yep.
That should go over well.
She's used to me.
Mine will be in class.
That would be.
Oh, Rebecca's kind of used to me too. Yeah, Rebecca.
No, I'm talking about him and her.
Oh, Rebecca, she's used to me.
She's used to you, but
Rebecca's pretty. Pretty cool.
Rebecca's super cool.
Yeah,
Dana would probably mad her. She gets angry.
Well, she still thinks that you make fun of me.
Yeah, no, she thinks I hate Aaron. Legitimately,
I still don't get this either.
She's like, you're so mean to Aaron. You really got to stop it. He's super nice, and you're just mean to him.
When the reality is, all we do is we just sit at the bar and chit chat.
I was like, I talk to him like a dude. I don't know what you're talking about. He's a
joke
guy
with each other. That's as simple as it gets.
She really is like,
she's worried.
She has gotten on me multiple times about being nicer to Aaron.
All right, so
I don't get it.
I guess that's kind
It's
of
not my fault he looks like Hitler.
I mean, I really don't have much
She
else to
always
bring
pinned
to
him
the.
more towards Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, I don't think there's really much else I can bring
So is
to
there
this. Unless
is there
Darren,
any
you got some
other
questions?
Yeah. So from a Festbier, I mean, I know Marzen is the classic standard style. Is
Yeah.
there anything else that technically qualifies as a fest beer? I mean, I know.
No.
I know,
Festbier and
I know in New
Marzen.
Orleans, our version of Festbier is entirely different than everybody else's. But,
Well, no, that's just called Oktoberfest.
well, that,
I mean,
that's just
Mardi
called-
Gras.
Yeah, any beer.
I mean,
No, yeah,
at Oktoberfest proper, there's only 6 breweries,
yeah, and
That
it's,
pour,
there's
you know,
only one.
that
There's
people-
only one
right.
style of
and
beer.
they
and
only
that's it.
make Fest beer.
Right.
Yeah,
They don't
that's
even
it.
make Marzen, you know, anymore.
Yeah, they
Like
make
not for like the last 30 years. They haven't
Right.
poured Marzen there.
Yeah, it's
just
traditional
Fest
beers
beer.
brewed just for Oktoberfest.
now. I'm sure you can go to Oktoberfesty things in Munich where they're going to be a lot more different styles. Like
Yeah,
you'll probably
they're
see a
turning-
Vienna lager on tap. You'll probably see a Munich Dunkel maybe.
nice
even.
Hellas.
Yeah,
a
they're turning,
Hellas.
they're turning more into giant beer festivals. Than
Yeah,
they are
you'll
actual
probably see
Oktoberfest.
those
Yeah, and
around
that-
town.
I would
but-
say that's the biggest difference with that is it's just one style of beer, and that's
Right.
the whole festival. Where
Right.
the festival here is how many different beers can we pack into one?
Well, I
pack?
think even
Exactly.
in Germany, they're starting to turn into that. There's like I see
Yeah,
fat
I-
friends of mine go over there, and you see it. It just looks like giant
At
beer
the-
festivals.
outside the real Oktoberfest, there's lots of other
and the more tourist trap
events. Yeah.
sides of it. You know, I know.
Yeah,
But then again,
yeah.
there's people who also consider the Hofbrauhaus beers tourist trap beers. I'm like, they're just have a giant facility. I mean, it's
Yeah.
one of the largest beer halls
They're-
in Munich. So
They're the best way. I don't know. I don't want to say this is a fair comparison, but they're like Sierra Nevada of Germany. If
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
been to a new location, I mean, you can kind of understand what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. That new location for Sierra Nevada is a
It's-
straight tourist. Like, well, no, it was like a
Disney
resort.
World for
it's
beer.
it's a resort for
Disney
beer.
World for beer.
It is. The tour is utterly stupendous, and it's just the Ken's museum is there, and then when you walk through the museum, like, what the fuck? This is
It's awesome.
Yeah,
crazy.
I think they just brought
need to
his
go.
like original system.
They got the
From the
original
old
system
school.
back.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did a whole video on them picking up the old system from the brewery that's been using it, and that's pretty great.
Now, have you
I
seen
haven't
the
seen that.
Yakima Valley posts? Yakima Valley hops. So Sierra Nevada buys from the same supplier that the Yakima Valley is buying from, and Yakima Valley was picking up their hops for distribution, like to us, the homebrewers, and Sierra Nevada was there with like 18 wheelers,
Yep.
picking up their hops for 3 batches of beer.
Yeah,
It's fucking wild.
You're like,
Kind of
what the fuck?
I can still never get over the fact that Sierra Nevada uses nothing but whole cone hops. Like that's so
Whole cone on everything.
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 What a pain in the actual penis that is.
But
I
if you're
can't-
set
dude.
up that way, it's not bad.
I'm sure.
yeah,
Dude.
it's not broken.
Yeah, I'm not saying not to do it, and I like whole
that's how
cone
you gotta know
hops.
to do it.
We're not
But
all here to
dude.
put socks on centipedes.
Dude,
Not here to fuck
I
spiders.
hate whole cone hops. Hate them.
Yep, we originally.
I
got
love
a-
using them, but man, what a pain in the ass cleaning
The
up.
first time
after.
we spent money on hops, we got a big 50-pound bag of Citra,
Citra, whole
whole
cone.
cone, and it sat in that cooler.
So
Until we used 3/4 of it, then the last bit just got
Funky.
funky, and we threw it in the trash. I
So-
gotta pee real quick.
go pee, and then we're gonna.
Charles will be back
I got
after this pee.
Is Brooklyn?
You got a
October-
left in that place.
Huh?
You got a little left in that if you want.
Oh, okay.
Can I get a?
Robert, you want some?
no.
How was the coffee?
It was actually really good.
I got a good coffee machine.
Mm-hmm. We need to get a soundboard. I got a MIDI controller.
I mean, where you can like add the.
Wah, wah.
No,
sound.
no.
Yeah.
We
gotta
no,
do it.
No,
We got to
no.
do it.
We will not do
Dude, I
that.
have a controller sitting at my house that I never use. It's perfect. And has 64 keys.
No.
Yes. It's a condition of my contract to the show.
There is no contract in the show.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think this will be good because work out some of the kinks here. Um,
Do a little pre-post.
yeah, we'll post some for the next show. We'll do it live. We can plan a little bit. We'll start doing skits.
No.
We're gonna have so many skits. I got some great ideas.
Now, I was definitely hoping that we could do this today on our first live stream ever with
The skits?
no one actually watching, where we actually do Steinhoists in here, and that we were going to do a segment where you were only allowed to talk if you have your Stein hoisted out.
I would just win.
Yeah.
So you're going to have it out for 10 minutes and just be nonstop singing Natalie and Brew.
I think Rob probably would win that.
I think you would power through that personally.
So I'm pretty much. I don't have anything else to add for the style. So yeah, I think we've got 3. Well, actually 4. We had the Marza earlier. And then I've got the Brooklyn Lager because, again, we did this at such the wrong time that there's pretty much no Festbier left.
Tell me some good words about the Marza.
Yeah.
Just
beautiful color, great cracked aroma on that. I mean, almost nice, very nice, clean grain on that.
Mm-hmm. Consistent.
Great.
Yeah.
I want a little bit more head retention. I think that would be the only thing that I would say was kind of lacking a little bit was the head retention.
You know what happened with that one? We used Biofine.
Mm-hmm.
And
all you need is time.
Yeah.
But I think the good part is about Marza, the entire time it was on, it was consistent.
Yeah. It's a good beer, man. It's to me, head
how
retention.
much more do we have of that?
I mean, if anybody's looking,
we still got a decent amount. Not a whole lot, but we got some.
Yeah, we should set up like a
it's pretty. I mean, it's absolutely pretty. The nose, nice. That grain is there. It's not. Luckily, like I've had with Sierra Nevada, that first batch was so oxidized, but nice.
Yeah.
If you actually sit back, you can probably still get a little hop, but unlikely.
Yeah, it's way back there, but it's like green, grassy.
Drinks clean.
Yeah.
Good old sidetrack.
Good mouthfeel.
A little bit sweet.
Dries out.
Not crazy.
It dries out just enough where you're like.
If it wasn't 95 degrees when it came out, it'd be a perfect patio beer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It just really, if it wasn't, because that's the only thing that sucks about being down here is like that entire all of October we didn't drop below 100 until this week. So.
Yeah. I'm so excited. The weather is beautiful now, though.
Actually, I would say this. Probably, I would maybe pull out that Illinois next time.
I think I was trying to, because I had a feeling we were in Biofine, so I was trying to make up for that with the head retention, but it didn't.
I think if you brew it 2 weeks earlier, you won't need the Biofine.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Well, no, I mean it sounds like somebody's just got some poor planning.
No,
let's just tie up a tank for
tank
another
space.
2 weeks.
We only had it in the fermenter for 5.5 weeks. Do 7.5 weeks.
Sorry, we'll sell less beer, bro.
Yeah, thanks, Don.
Lager in the keg.
Then we need the keg space,
Buy
bro.
Buy more kegs.
I don't know.
We need more money.
Yeah. Everybody, one person watching,
sell more
come
beer.
by and buy beer. Yeah. And then we'll it'll be even better.
So this one's which one did I pour? The Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So a little bit more.
It's
flirting with that roast,
my
man.
favorite
Not the roast. It's not even the roast. It's
chocolate.
There's an ester in it.
There's a chocolate.
I had an Aunt Esther.
That now.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
It's got
a dark roast in it.
See,
it's got a dark roast in
man.
it.
It's a beer name. Aunt
Got
Esther.
it. Oh.
Well, I will say this: it's also in a bottle, so it might be slightly oxidized.
To me, this is very reminiscent of what I remember.
It does have like a sweet, like a very light pale chocolate kind of note to it.
Yeah. It's really not bad.
It's not offensive.
Yeah. It's just me
it's missing that grain.
It's not crisp at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of soft.
It's sweet on the nose.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
It's kind of flat. It's like a flat soda almost.
Yeah. The carbonation's very low on it.
Low, yeah.
Which I don't mind a low carbonation on a lager typically, but this is a little too low for me.
It smells a little skunky.
It could be.
Like
I mean,
baby skunk.
I mean, it is bottled
it's probably on
and
the edge of it.
I can't actually read the date stamp on it, and I think Brooklyn Lager actually does Best Buy, not date on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Best Buy. Yeah. So if any professional brewers are listening in, fuck the Best Buy, date on, 100% all day long.
100.
Please do the date on.
Yeah, and don't do fucking codes.
No codes. Just
the day, 119.
Just say January 12th.
Yeah.
2019.
We made this shit.
It was
on this day.
Canned on this day. That's all I want to know. That's what anybody wants to know. This Best Buy crap, we don't know how old it is.
Yeah, but that's their point. That's why they do it.
Yeah, I know.
So they can put a Best Buy 6 months
I'll
later.
say this.
And you're like, oh, it's still good.
If I bought a 6-pack of this, which I did.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed.
No, this is not a bad beer.
Very drinkable.
This is being super critical.
Very, very drinkable.
Yeah. I think the
caramel's
perfect for me.
there. Yeah, for an Oktoberfest, I think it's on point.
I just wish it was a little crisper.
And get rid of that chocolate.
Get rid of that chocolate.
Get rid of the chocolate.
Mo crispa.
And more carbonation for me.
Yeah.
You know, because that would bump up the crispness as well. It might not even need that much more like fermentation to get that crisp. But I think the Pilsner could be bumped up.
I'd say the color on it's pretty good too.
Color's nice, man.
Kind of almost going.
You're not seeing any of the color in the camera.
It's a little.
No, I'm kind of just looking at it for myself.
A little golder than ours, you know.
Yeah, it just lacks that.
Like almost turning towards that amber.
It's drinkable, but it's just not like oh shit.
It's not
refreshing. It's not refreshing. It's just I've had 3 beers. This is okay. Just keep drinking.
Exactly.
Yep, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, not a bad beer.
Not a bad beer.
Could be better, but maybe it's the bottle and the age of it.
What do you think of it, Robert?
That was my favorite one from the night. I know it looks like I'm not participating. That was my favorite.
Which one you want to do?
Let's do Lucktown because it's fairly similar.
Yeah, let's do Lucky Town. Lucktown.
Lucky Town. It's Lucktoberfest, but it's from Lucky Town.
You know we've gone long when Sean abandoned us.
Oh no, he's making actually he's doing a lot of cool stuff. He's been making a lot of hot sauce, like fermenting outside chilies and making hot sauce.
I don't know that
I do want to do a hot sauce show.
Very interesting.
I'm into that.
Fermentable
we
foods.
Could get we get Scott.
I do want to do a ferment. Yeah,
Scott from next door.
Oh yeah, we actually have some chocolate habaneros and Carolina Reapers growing in the back.
No, that's too hot.
Oh, weirdo baby.
Yep.
We could have Scott from next door come by.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun to kind of go through that. I don't think I've ever fermented food. Not like that.
No, not like. Ooh, that's a low fill, boy.
Low fill?
They got a low fill through the line.
Get your money back.
Good luck.
That was pretty low too.
So I don't know, Rob and Charles. So Sean is he's the originator of Fermentation Nation. So Sean actually started.
Oh, okay. I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So Sean started it. I joined.
Yeah, look how low that fill is.
3 episodes. Yeah, that is low. That's like.
Low.
So I'm kind of half expecting it to be slightly oxidized.
There might be some oxidation.
That's again.
Yeah.
I bought the 6-pack a month ago. Drank 2 of them the day I bought them.
That's
have not
unfortunate.
drank it since.
A little honey sweet up front.
Yeah, it smells a little papery, a little cardboard.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very oxidized.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, little pea. Actually.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it was when I first had it. That's why I brought it because I liked it a lot because I bought it like a month ago and I had 2
You can
of
actually
them.
even kind of see. Well,
It's a little brown. Yeah.
Well,
It's also a little
cloudy,
hazy, but you can also see that. Well, kind of hard to see it, but yeah, definitely looks a little
brown.
turdish.
Yeah, yeah, it was really good when I first had it.
So
I didn't note the fill level on the last ones that I had. I didn't notice. This I typically don't even look, but that was alarmingly low.
That first pool.
Do you feel? Because a lot of when you first start drinking, a lot of people tell you that the head sticking, like
lacing,
the lacing, is that a true indicator?
No,
that's a true indicator of a clean glass.
For a clean glass,
Right,
and also a beer that has the proper pH.
Yeah, and good and high protein content.
Yes,
and stuff.
That basically a good beer that has lacing is a very well made beer.
Right. Yeah, it is. I always know it's.
But yes, a clean glass. Actually, you know what? That's the one thing I did want to bring up. I did want to bring this back. I think one of the most amazing things within the German beer culture is the proper glass. Mm-hmm. They actually legitimately have
multiple
specific
glasses,
and everybody is very
for the style.
Neat about it.
And not only just for the style, but for the volume.
Yeah.
If you go from 0.25 to a 0.5 to a 1 liter, there's different glasses
every time
for every style of beer
and for typically every brewery too. So they're usually pretty good about depending on the breweries. But
yes,
a lot of them, you're getting a tall thin neck Pilsner. You're getting, a wide head wrapper.
Yeah, for the most part, 100%. Yeah, I just go ahead and just be careful when you pull it down. Don't pull a glass. It's just basically.
No. I was making sure it wasn't capturing my face. Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, there it is.
Sounds a little sweet.
Yeah, it's oxidized.
No, it's just oxidized.
It's oxidized,
dude. It's like
So
pissy.
it smells sweet. So
yeah, that's that.
I don't get that.
Like caramelly.
I get that very honey, almost like honey malt. When I get that first aroma of something that's been oxidized, you get that kind of honey malt sweetness. It really just, and that's it. Like there's no other amplification of any other notes of the beer. I mean,
Nice, cold.
unfortunately,
water.
with this
It
beer,
was good, man.
it's
It was
oxidized in the flavor too, to where
Yeah.
you get nothing in the flavor except for just sweet malt.
good. And
Couldn't
a
pick
touch
out
of
anything.
funk. Touch of funk.
Couldn't discern anything.
Little touch of funk.
That's a
Yeah.
shame.
It was good when I first had it. So, I mean, they're a brewery and they're in Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
This is the first beer I had from them when it was fresh. It was real good.
That is not a low fill.
Down in Jackson.
So this is Urban South's Marson Lager.
That's a bite to it.
Not a low fill.
Not a low fill.
Good carbonation.
Good carbonation. A little hazy.
Yep, hazy.
They don't they don't.
Filter.
Nope.
I mean, that should have dry. That should have dropped out by now.
I mean, it could have literally.
This is this year's.
It could literally just been shaken up by the can. on the
I brought it from my house, and then I brought it into the brewery, and then I brought it from the brewery to here.
But knowing
So
New Orleans
it was shaken
streets-
up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
A whole lot.
Mm.
Yeah, I came down.
I don't know if
it
this
came
is
down
a-
Franklin. So
I don't know if
it
it's a
shook
fair comparison between Mars and this, but this has got a little bit more of a carbonic nose right up front. But there's also a difference between
It's-
coming off the can than coming off the tap.
Yeah. It's to me, this is way sweeter, way more caramel.
It's called smoother,
It's smooth.
but a good smooth, not like the. I'm about to.
To me, I
smooth.
wish it had a touch more crispness.
Yeah,
a
it's
little
this-
too
it-
smooth.
it needs a
It's
little bit
very.
of
bite.
This is a
Little too
very inviting.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
This is a
like
good entry
complex
fest. If
flavor-
I've never had a good
complex and
fest beer,
flavorful
this
beer.
is what I would. This is what I would introduce to somebody who's getting into beer and
Yeah,
has never
somebody's
had a Mars
never
before.
had a Mars before.
I'd
This
want it
is
to
the
dry
beer.
out just a little bit.
Yeah, for me personally, I want it a little crisper, a little
Yeah,
drier.
Dry, a little drier to invite me into the next sip.
Yeah, but this
Just a touch
This-
too
this-
sweet.
This
This
is a good
is-
gateway beer.
It is
for
nice. It
Mars.
is very nice.
this is a Marzen for everybody.
Yeah,
Like,
But it's also good because it's a good smooth. I feel
It's
like
not
this is
just
a good,
Mars and it's yours and too.
thanks, buddy.
Well, actually, no. You know,
I feel like
know
it's a good all day drinker though. I feel
Yeah,
like this
it's,
is a good.
it's I
smooth-
think it's super good.
that carbonic bite after you kind of let it roll. It
Yeah.
kind of
It kind of it helps a little bit.
it
Yeah,
washed away in the nose at least.
but yeah, it's my two complaints is it's ugly as fuck, but that's probably from shaking up the can. Zero head retention
None. Just faded.
and little caramel heavy for me. But
Just-
it's
Nothing.
Really good.
Nothing wrong with it.
no, not at all.
a
Very
little
nice.
almondy.
That's choices. That's not flaws. That's
a little caramel.
that's
and almond.
personal choice. It's good. I think it's
I think it's solid.
I think it's really solid.
I think it's solid.
I think we're ready to book Elon Musk.
Tesla.
Can we smoke weed with him?
Maybe if the laws keep up.
The want to bring up the other Oktoberfest in Louisiana. You have to try, but you have to go to the North Shore. Old Rails Oktoberfest is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's worth the hour drive.
And the $5 to get back across the.
Don't go on the causeway. Go I-10.
Dude, I live Gentilly, man. That's a
Shout
long
out
way.
to Matt. He is probably one of the best proper German brewers in the state.
He's
And I think-
amazing. And his Oktoberfest is probably the best beer I've had from him.
And he's so handsome.
He is really handsome.
I don't.
And he's thin and he's muscly, and I don't like it.
Perfect. So
He's-
Allie's
he's just-
driving.
He's just
Yeah.
Allie's got eye candy while she
Yeah.
eats her burger. And
No, definitely seek that
okay,
beer
yeah,
out.
no,
Try it, dude.
I feel like I should do that.
It's worth the drive.
If there was an easier way to get over to the North Shore, we.
It's good, man.
No, it's very easy. You just ride with me,
Well, yeah, but how we get back?
Allie.
Oh, and,
Uber.
And this Saturday is Gnarly Barley's.
Actually, if Robert comes with us tomorrow,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Gnarly
I'm
Barley's Narbecue is on Saturday as well. I know. I don't think the podcast
actually,
will
I
be out
think
by
you kind
Saturday.
of owe me.
What's that?
I think you kind of owe me on that one because the last time I went to the North Shore with you, You left me on the North Shore.
No,
What?
you Ubered home.
Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
what?
I happened to have gotten a ride home
Wait, what
because
happened?
somebody was going across.
They went
The
to
Causeway.
I wanted to stay on
When
the
we
North
went to
Shore.
Larry Fest,
Larry Fest.
I went up to go pour with him, and he goes, "Oh, I hope you don't have anything to do tomorrow because
Thinking about staying on the North Shore.
I'm getting a hotel." I'm like, dude, I'm flying out of New Orleans at 9:00 tomorrow to Charlotte.
You were too
He
drunk.
was not.
No, I was
He
legitimately.
was too drunk.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was flying out the next. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm flying tomorrow.
What a dick.
So,
So
I
actually,
don't like
so
that
on
guy.
I want to circle
I
back.
feel like
up
he kind of
to-
owes me.
on a
Yeah.
outside of the owning thing, but Mystery Brewing closing, and not that
Yeah.
we went there, but what do you think is a critical mass? I mean, we lived in Charlotte where it was too
Well,
many.
you-
I mean, there's got to be a critical mass.
Well,
Nope.
no,
Nope.
there's not a critical mass. It's, and I'll be brutally honest in this. You have to be sustainable in the
Right.
market that you're in.
Your business model has to make sense.
You
Correct.
got-
And your business model has to be adaptive to what the situation legitimately
You can't.
It's
So,
all about the
And I have a
neighborhood
feeling
breweries.
that North Carolina is going
yeah,
to go
I
through.
get that. Yeah,
I would say more North Carolina, the Charlotte, Raleigh area is probably going to see this now than I would say anything in probably Louisiana. Louisiana is kind of behind the scenes. They're catching up. They're
Yeah.
kind of
I
Mhm.
think
they're
there's
catching
a
up to the
critical
scene.
mass for 10,000 barrels a year brewery. I
Well,
think there's
yeah.
only so
well,
many.
no,
of those
I would
that can
say this.
exist.
So brewers that
And
started
if you're-
5 to 7 years ago, maybe let's call it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Those that have started and hit the cusp of the rise,
Mhm.
and had notoriety and continue that notoriety.
Yeah.
But now there's 40 options instead of 10.
Yeah.
You're running into an issue to where you're running out of shelf space and you're
Yeah.
not selling as much because you have
There's not
so
enough-
much
If-
other
if-
options that are out there.
There's not enough
Yeah.
shelves.
If
So
you're
you have two options.
if you're relying on
You scale-
distribution to
you
make
scale
money,
your operation, or you just be fucking better.
if
You don't got to
you
scale
do-
your operation.
yeah,
You got to.
scaling's
You
tough.
got to. Yeah, that's the wrong way to
Or
look
scale it or utilize it
at it.
properly.
You need to shift your focus on
Tap
on your
room.
market because your
Fine.
tap
Yeah,
room.
yes.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Tap
That's
room
a
is,
better
is
understanding.
the
Well,
way to go now. 'cause-
Yeah. Because I mean,
The
like you guys in
10,000
Harlow,
barrels a
right?
year.
It's a neighborhood thing.
Well,
It's
I
not
mean,
a-
it's even Nola is super successful because they put as much of an emphasis on their
Tap
tap room as
right.
they do their distribution.
well,
correct.
but to that end,
But-
then I
The
mean,
distribution
but
makes them.
I'll use this case in point. Mystery was outside of Raleigh. They're in Hillsborough.
out of
They're a little further out. They're not exactly like in
Yeah.
the city. So to get there, it's a trek.
Yeah.
Right. So you either service that area
yeah.
or
that's
be like
the
Jester
key.
King and bring people to your area.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
So that's unfortunately. I mean, yes, that is.
It's hard to be a small town
And-
brewer
and-
if you're not.
And
I
a
don't
small
want to
town
say that part of the
focused on
cause of
that.
Railroad Owl is because of where the tap room was.
I mean,
But
I
it
don't think
does
that was
kind of
it.
have a
Didn't
half
help.
feel. It did not help
Didn't
that they
help.
were where they were.
Yeah.
And the tap room was, amazingly
Beautiful,
fantastic,
yeah.
but way too big.
yeah, it was definitely probably one of the hands down most unique and best
Mhm.
tap rooms I've been in.
Oh, 100%.
because
100%.
it was just awesome.
Almost
But
as
it wasn't
good
utilized.
as
Yeah.
Brew
Shit.
Correct.
And I
All
think that's
brewery.
that's what you're looking at now is not just these breweries that have expanded. They have to adapt to the situation that they have.
Yeah, 'cause-
Potentially reduced revenue
exactly.
because of the amount of beers that are out there.
Yeah.
But then you have to refocus and rededicate your
Your brew team and get
Somewhere
smaller, get more interesting.
get
and
more agile.
you can't
or,
just-
or
brew a pale ale and distribute a 6-pack of pale ale forever and say we're
yeah.
done, we're good.
Yeah.
no, those days are done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Well,
it's sad to say
it's
that,
really
but it is
tough.
part of the times.
Yeah, I
I mean,
think
it's not so much that it's sad. It's you're everybody's
business.
forced to constantly think to innovate for beer right now.
to adapt.
While some of them get really weird, everybody's forced to brew better beers and start looking. You really can't
and more
even
unique
plan.
beers and
You can't plan 10 years ahead. You got to plan what's
Right.
changing next
Yeah.
year, what's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
change.
you got to be
after
3
that.
months out, or
And you almost got to build
Adapt.
your business model around forever evolving, and it's interesting. It makes it fun from my perspective, because before it was like, oh, let's just build out this little tap room and then maybe grow it.
We'll have 12 beers on.
Since we're kind of on this Festbier thing and the German thing, they don't do that there.
What do you mean?
I mean, you don't see
In Germany.
You don't see a brewery in
San Diego.
Germany which is per capita
making a lot of.
larger than probably any United States city
then
as
again-
a whole when it comes to number of breweries in a
Yeah.
particular
But if
town.
you think about
But
it, when
now
you're-
the variation of their beers are different, but they're not brewing 12 different unique
Yeah.
beers
Here's-
every
So
year. They're brewing the
they're-
same
is-
shit.
They're brewing the same stuff, and while all those traditional breweries are going to last a good bit through time,
Opening a new
You're-
brewery in Germany is probably pretty fucking tough.
Yeah, that's probably
they're
true.
at American breweries and starting
For
to
inspiration.
adapt the way
Well,
we
Stone.
brew.
but
But
sure.
but I'll even go
But
so
the
far
whole
as
beer culture is different there.
yeah, but I mean exactly. So like if you think about it, if you're in Germany and you're going around, when you walk into a place, you don't order, hey, give me a Budweiser. You order a pill. You order by
Yeah.
style. You don't order
A
by
lager.
brand. Yeah,
Just lager.
Unpils,
Yeah.
and that's it. And then you don't know what it is. It could be a Spaten. It could be
Paulaner,
anything.
whatever.
You just it's whatever that it could be their house beer because a lot of them are microbrewers in their own facility.
But yeah,
But there's what I'm saying is there are other countries that are starting to adapt their beer models to more Americanized versions because
Definitely.
like Japan and China right now, their beer industry is going crazy and they're hiring brewers from America
I know.
to come out.
I've thought about
Ugh.
Charles is taking a pay raise.
it. Japan,
Tokyo.
they pay for you to move and they'll pay a bunch of money because
You'd have the biggest penis in the entire country.
don't go that far. Have you seen it?
No,
I think you have.
be 5 square blocks.
No, you haven't.
no, I haven't.
If you like like this video,
Thumbs up.
Thank God this
subscribe.
one's unedited, and we'll mark this one not safe for work.
With I think with that said, where are we? We're good.
Yeah,
I think we're
at-
I think we kind of capped that one off.
we're an hour.
I thought that was a good episode.
I thought it was a great episode. We had obviously,
Robert never
we had a lot to catch up
was
on.
awful.
We had a lot to catch up on.
Yeah,
And I cannot
need
wait
to-
for you to come back to
the
Drinking.
drinking world.
to normalcy.
I'll be back.
And I think today we actually have spawned off an episode that we 100% need to do. The non-alcoholic episode.
The non-alcoholic
this.
beer.
We need to
burst.
go buy. We need to go find every single version of non-alcoholic beer that we can possibly find.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll even expand that. If we can even get into like kombucha,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because that's non-alcoholic.
I
It's a
love
fermented.
Big
It's a
Easy-
fermentable
Big
product.
Easy kombucha.
It's fermented.
Yeah.
I love kombucha.
I wouldn't. I don't know.
You like
It depends.
I've never really had
Depends.
kombucha. To be
I hate
honest with you.
sweet.
We'll talk about that, but 100% no
I've never,
question.
but I think that's
You dig it.
Non-alcoholic
yeah, probably
beer.
is.
I would like to find
dude,
the best non-alcoholic beer out this out there.
Non-alcoholic fermented beverages with, and then we'll put bourbon on.
No,
the
so
side.
no, actually, that's what
Bring-
it is.
bring your own
that's,
bourbon.
that's actually what it'll be. What do you do when you're the beer drinker that has to be the DD for the night and you don't want to Uber or Lyft?
Mhm.
I
Here's
Uber or Lyft.
here's what you that's what you do.
That's
You
what
don't go.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
go.
I don't go. That's not happening. You don't
pout
put Charles
you
in
pout
front
and
of-
like
Yeah.
you pay for everybody else's Uber and Lyft to get there and back. But
That's fine with me.
so, but I'm just saying, like
Zero chance. I
in
go
some
to a bar and
areas,
not drink.
not very often.
Zero.
No, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
No, there's legitimately no way.
Not
Now-
a shot now. I'm still hungover from yesterday. I'll be honest with you. Right now,
I'll
I
tell you
feel
this:
like shit.
if I give you the antibiotics that I got for my stomach thing, trust me, you wouldn't want to drink for a week. 'Cause that shit just fucks that taste
Yeah.
buds up.
Yeah.
Just fucks that taste buds up.
I played D&D last night and drank half a bottle of Weller, and I do not feel good.
Weller,
Special.
Green Label?
yes, nice.
Nice.
It's good.
It is.
Well, we're gonna end this episode a little early because I've got some bourbon to get to.
oh yeah.
Ooh.
Bourbon
Yeah.
time.
And I'm gonna taste your
and are we-
Cascadian Dark
do,
Lager.
do we need to do a wrap up?
Dude, no.
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 Oh, all right.
Ferment.
I think we're good.
Nation.
Nation. Oh, did we do that already?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
We're out.
man, we're right.
Bye,
Pros.
Sean.
See you guys
Bye,
soon.
Sean.
Bye,
See you guys. Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Squirrel.
Sean.
He said squirrel for some reason.
He knows me.
Sidetrack down.
Sidetrack down. No, good episode.
That was a good episode. You need to talk to him.
All right.
I would
The
like
mics-
to have
the mics
him
aren't
on,
live.
and I want to learn
Do you want them
more
live or
about
not?
his- Just
Done.
What's a sour
Done.
probe?
Do you want the mics live or not?
Just leave
Or do
them
you
live
just
for
All right.
a few
Well,
minutes.
they're while that's running, we're still
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be saved. Don't say anything too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's hot.
There you go. It looked like a cardboard cutout of a face in front of somebody dancing. And I really, why is your face so different than your body?
It's the beard. He's like one of those little marionette dolls. Like,
It was creepy.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and shut that down.
Yeah.